Today's topic, how to start a fight. 3 simple lessons in the art of starting shit. Please try and pay attention.
There are going to be future problems with this asshole. We at the FCC feel that democracy is all about protecting the rights of the ordinary citizen. Unregulated radio would result in programming of the lowest common denominator, the rule of the mob.
I remember when I went and saw Pigpen play there, and they threw a trash can from the upper balcony into the middle of the mosh pit.
Yeah, we appreciate you listening to it through us first or second.
Yeah, they don't even have an album out. I'm thinking these guys are really just there to make some money. It was a sold-out show.
Well, yeah.
This is horrible. Maybe they're for pirate.
Alright, well, fucking suck it. Loud, fast, and shitty.
Be sure to block the vents. I disgorge an airborne plague to cause a living hell. I'd rather be here with the sick than with the so-called well. I wanna be in quarantine. Strap me to a gun and take me to the CDC. I wanna be in quarantine. Study me in a beaker, baby, there's no
Yeah, that's right. Here we are in quarantine. Loud, fast, shitty number 384, man. My buddy Erawk, what's up, my brother?
Back in this bitch. 2 years later.
Back in this bitch 2 years later, man.
Take two.
It's been a hot minute. Now here we are. The fans, if you will, are 2,000 people that liked us on Facebook. We got 100 of them to like us to actually do this episode. It's been 2 years, whatever, life gets in the way, and that's fine. But now that we have a captive audience, I figure it's probably the best time to jump in and do another episode.
Since we're quarantined and got nothing else to do.
How you doing, brother? How you been, man? What's keeping you up?
Hey, motherfuckers are dying right now over this coronavirus, and I haven't died yet, and I'm trying to
Speak
stay
up there,
alive,
brother.
so I'm all right, doing the best I told this bitch at the fucking Publix today, how you doing? I'm doing the best I fucking can, huh? We got this pandemic, we got a fucking virus going around, people dying, people getting laid off of work. I'm glad I'm still working, but I've lost some hours a little bit. Jobs are slow. Shit's slow. Ghost town in downtown Tampa. Ghost town down there. Fuck. Just all the stinky bums, you know.
Yeah, man.
So
we can certainly talk about the coronavirus. We all know what's going on, man. It's it's a fucked up world, but I think the joy for tonight is really just for us to come in here, play some punk rock music, you know, and fucking. You want some requests? Make sure it's not copywritten, apparently.
You get yanked.
We got a chat room. If you would, why don't you share it? Let everybody know that we're live, we're online, and we're back, motherfuckers.
And we got some special guests tonight.
We do have some special guests. We got Mr. Bradley fucking Sugarman.
Bradley Sugarman.
From Mosquito Teeth.
That's right, motherfucker.
Silver Alert, Chris Barrow's band, and about 27 other bands in the Tampa Bay area.
He's the local bass whore. He's a bass whore.
Someone's got to be a bass whore. There's always like
musician whore. He plays everywhere.
It's usually drummers because there's only one or two of them.
Like Adrian there.
Well, you know, that's that.
He's a drum whore.
So those of you that are wondering, yes, man, we got the 6-foot rule in effect. We had to go ahead and break out the fucking tape measure. We're locked down, man. We're I think
we had some lemon scented fucking wipes. Would you wiping shit down over there?
Hey, man, this place is sanitized. I'll tell you what. We've been in trips across the country, and we didn't get any kind of diseases. I think we're immune to this
Spray
shit.
with some of those goddamn Clorox, motherfucker.
So I guess some of the things that we could talk about, and by the way, this is interactive, man. If you want to reach out to us, Skype us at loudfastshitty, and we'll bring you into the call. We'll talk about it, man. Let's have some fun with this.
Definitely shitty. Shitty.
All right, so this is actually take 2. We started right at the 8 o'clock mark, and we promptly got the plug yanked.
They came with the rusty pipe.
I had put together this playlist with some cool videos that we could show, and I guess we're kind of limited in what we can do and what we can show.
True. So
so I'm not even gonna sling mud, but Facebook pulled the plug on us. I don't know if it was even them, It was whoever owned the
Time Warner.
That Zeke copyright. I think it was the Zeke song that got pulled.
Yeah, Time Warner stepped in and said,
Hey,
not today.
All right, man. So, looking at the chat room, Eric Tullpo, who's going to be a guest tonight later on. He's in the chat room. John Philly, Dan Powell, Brandon Abbott, punkbandpromotions.com.
Old school, what's up?
When we decided to do this episode, it was, we're just throwing it out there. We're only on Facebook Live right now. So we used to have all these different radio shows that we were on, the podcast affiliates, and Brandon was one of them, man. I saw Punk Band Promotions is not online anymore. I'm wondering what the fuck.
Yeah.
And what happened to all them episodes? Because that used to be the place I'd point everybody to if they ever wanted to hear the LFS episodes.
Life. Time.
Got to get that shit going again, man. Whatever's going on there, Brandon. Anyway, man. You want to play some more...
Let's get back to some music, then we'll come back. We're going to talk to Sugarman coming up here.
Yeah, we're going to reach out to Bradley Sugarman next. We also got RW from Riverside Odds that's going to be on later on.
Yeah.
And like I said, Eric Tullpo's coming in tonight. Podcaster extraordinaire.
Motherfucking Ed Fancy.
All right,
that's
man,
right,
so
yo.
We're going to try not to get kicked off the air. See, I don't even know what to play, man, because most of my playlist is probably... even RW texted me, is like, yeah, I don't even know if you can play our videos, bro, without getting kicked off. So
yeah, well...
It might become a fucking chat fucking show. Who knows?
Well, yeah, it depends, who's owning it, how big it is, so... Time Warner. Remember that episode? Was it Rick and Morty or something? Went through time and shit? Or I don't know, it was some episode.
What if we played Dave Brockie? Are we going to get yanked for playing Dave Brockie Experience?
I don't know about that. Definitely. Maybe Gwar.
I'm not playing Gwar.
Dave Brockie, his old shit, maybe probably can get away with that. Play some fucking Death Piggy, man.
Death Pig? What's that?
Death Piggy. You don't know the fucking Death Piggy?
No.
Song like Fat Man. Before Gwar, it was Death Piggy.
Taking me to school right here.
That's right.
This could be a show about craft beer.
Fucking, I miss Dave Brockie, man. I met him a year before he died.
I remember that.
Gore put out their brand new fucking beer, first one down there at the fucking Crowbar. Shit was badass, man, but it's fucked up. I love fucking Gore. If you don't like him, I don't give a fuck.
So do you think we can get away with playing some Dave Brockie?
Experience, yeah. Try it.
All right, so here's the deal. If we get kicked off,
we'll be back.
We'll start another stream, man. We're like a virus. We're gonna not fucking go away.
20-something fucking streams. Hey.
All right. So let's we'll see what we can fucking do here. All right, this is Dave Brockie Experience loudfastshitty.com.
Didn't see you there. Me and my buddy here have been expecting you. My sticky buddy, Sully here with the... Oh, excuse me, I've got some pussy hair on me. Check that shit out. It's a sticky roller designed to clean up any mess. Poodles, pussies, people, you name it. Use it as a back scratcher. You can rinse it off, dry it off, jerk it off. I don't care what you do with it or where the hair even came from. Silks, suedes, swag. Ladies, I don't care how smelly or hairy your carpets are. My rubber fingers get in there deep. Just rinse it off for a nice beverage. Wipe it off. Oh, there we are. Do all kinds of shit with it. Aren't you tired of ripping your hair out because you're trying to drive and the kids are making a fucking mess? You'll be making so much money, it pays itself off. Ooh, precious food. Ooh, that's good. Thanks, buddy. Everybody has an evil cat or an annoying dog. Use it to groom them, or even yourself.
La, la, la. That's what I'm talking about. Wow.
Normally, a sticky is $20, but a sticky buddy is only $10.99. You'll also get a cover. You gotta use protection. Even if it's a quickie, wrap that sticky. Stop rolling up your money with those old lint rollers. The fuck is wrong with you? Check out the suggestively sized sticky buddy. You're gonna want to stroke it, but not too much. It'll make a mess. Hide it in your purse. 007, leave it somewhere as a pleasant surprise. And like I said before, I have magic rubber fingers that get deep into your hairy cracks. Get some buddies for just $10.99. But wait, there's more. If you have jumbo-sized pubes, we got a jumbo-sized sticky bunny. Who let Spider-Man in the house? The cat's flipping turds everywhere. Who keeps flicking their boogers under the bed? But you know what? The hair that you find is yours to do with as you please. Why not make a toupee? Or break out the turbo snake? All of these guys will be your buddies with their rubber fingers for just $10.99. Ask about free shipping. Now get out of my house. Isn't that right, Mr. Wuss Wuss?
Let me try it again.
Yeah, it's loudfatshitty.com. Get the sticky buddy, man. Anybody,
sticky buddy.
Anybody got that sticky buddy out there? I got
Sticky buddy on your crack.
Whoever thought we live in a world where it's easier to get some sticky icky than some fucking stinky toilet paper? How many rolls you down to, Rock?
I don't know yet. I started out with a 24-pack. I'm still rolling through it.
Still rolling on through? Okay.
Bro, you
all
ain't
right.
lying. It's hard to find some fucking toilet paper.
I
That
actually
is
found some
fucking
today,
serious
man. And,
fucking
you know,
shit.
it's the first time I've seen toilet paper in the wild for probably like 3 weeks, right? And I just happened to be in Publix, and I was like, I'm going to check it out. Publix is our grocery store here in Florida.
Got a motherfucking headlock. Give me that.
They actually had a choice, man. There's a couple different ones. I mean, do you want the really cheap shit, or do you want the fucking exorbitant stuff, you know? So I went for the fucking Kush, you know, because you always go for the Kush, right?
Swipe my fucking ass on your fucking face.
2 years, everybody. This is what Rock's bringing to the table.
Steppo sucker, don't you know I'm
All right,
the
man.
man.
So, hey, let's take a look at. We got a chat room. If you're in the Facebook Live, you can chat. It'll come straight here to our live broadcast, whatever the fuck you call this thing. Dave White wants to know: is Bob's penis real? Come on, Dave. Are you serious? You really want to know if my penis is real? There's only one way to find out, right?
Did you ask your mom?
Your mom knows it's real.
Did you ask your mom?
Next question.
that
Throw it
first.
out there if you would. By the way, share it. Let everybody know that we're live.
Mom, is Bob's penis real?
Oh, my gosh. Okay.
2 years. That's where we're at right now.
You ready to call
Getting
Shuggy?
trolled already. Getting trolled already. Anyways, yeah, what's up with Sugar Man?
All right, let's call up Shuggy, man. We're going to call up Bradley Sugarman. It's a 15-second delay, so it'll take a second while we get rolling. We're going to, through the magic of the internet, through technology, we're going to try to bring him together into the room.
Technology.
Technology.
There he is. There he is over there.
Hey, all righty. All right, so let's get this.
You got a little sticky buddy with you?
Oh, man. So Bradley Sugarman is live, loudfastshitty.com. Bradley, I think you may have a notification if you're on your phone that says that I'm doing some kind of live broadcast, and you got to let people know that your video is it's okay, or maybe it comes on after a minute or something. But anyway, we got Bradley Sugarman on the phone. Mosquito Teeth, Silver Alert. How you doing, brother? You over there in hibernation? It'd be nice if he could pop up there. Are you on a phone or are you on your laptop?
Phone. You want me to go on a laptop?
No. Oh, here you come. Are you coming in? No, you're not coming in. I'm just waiting for you to show up on the video screen.
I got the thing you were talking about.
Ah, there he is. There he is. All right, so.
Welcome to the party.
Welcome to the party, everybody. Bradley Sugarman. All right, man. So sorry. You know, if we were real professionals, we'd have pre-screened this. You'd have been waiting in like some kind of a green room or some shit like
we're
that.
just fucking. It's been 2 fucking
Ridiculous.
years. You know, we just.
How you doing, man? You
Like right-
you doing all right over there in hibernation?
Yeah, I ran out of weed, so it's getting dire.
Oh yeah. That's where it starts getting fucking serious. Toilet paper's one thing, but when you ain't got no green, ready to kill a motherfucker.
You got to be like your boy Rock, who's got that prescription, man. So. There
you go.
I'm sure I mean you're across the bay, but we'll get you out there. So nice look. Is this your mask? Everyone has a Corona mask that they wear. Is this what you wear in public? Please tell me.
This is what I've been wearing to work.
It's what you've been wearing where?
Say what?
I wear this to work every day.
So. Are you able to tell everybody what you do for a living? That you're allowed to wear that. Are you a Starbucks barista? Are you
I am
punk rock bass
I'm
player?
a tax accountant.
Okay, I actually knew that, but I didn't know if you wanted to give away your real thing. So, how many people that you and I both know that you do their taxes?
Let's go with 30%.
How much money can you save me on my taxes? Because I always thought that I needed to get Bradley to do my taxes.
Are you? Do you get a W-2 or a 1099?
I'm W-2.
Yeah, you're fucked.
All right. Well, we'll talk offline about that. But definitely fucked.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, you're fucked.
Yeah. So, are you working?
Every fucking day. It sucks. I'm essential.
You were deemed essential. I was deemed essential with my job. Did they cut your pay or did they cut your hours or anything like that? And expect you to do twice as much
Boosted
work?
hours. Yeah, I'm working every Saturday now.
Damn.
That's abnormal?
Yeah, I guess so. It's tax season, so who knows? But yeah, it's getting crazy because everyone wants refunds or get these new stimulus loans, so it's overdrive.
So as a tax accountant, I know that you're always on top of the latest trends. What's the absolute latest with the check? When are we getting the check, and how much money can we get?
All right, so the amount I think is set. We're getting $1,200 a piece, $500 for your kids. As far as the payment date, from what I was told, if it's a direct deposit, you're going to get it on April 15th. If you had a check mailed to your house, it could take up to 4 months.
Well, let's get that thing direct deposited right away. Stat.
Yeah.
What are you going to do with your money, Mr. Shuggy? Investing in some stocks while they're cheap? What are you going to do?
Yeah. Yes, stocks, totally.
So any
I am
is it insider trading? Would we get kicked offline if we if you were able to say you need to buy this stock and that stock? What do you think you should buy?
No way. I'm buying Disney. I bought some Carnival Cruise last week, and I doubled my money in a week. I don't know what I'm looking at right now. I got to spend the weekend doing some research.
All right.
There you go.
Rock, what about you, man? What are you thinking you're going to spend your $1,200 on?
Fucking paying the bills and shit like that,
Week.
Yeah, it could a little bit of weed in there, Sure. Okay, a little.
No, he said weak. Yeah.
I think he said weed. That's all on my mind. No, I don't know. I don't know, man. I haven't really thought about it all, but as long as the bills are fucking paid, that's number one. So probably won't go crazy. I might actually just put some in the bank, take it easy, because
that's not a bad idea.
Saving it for the
keep some cash for a rainy day.
Yeah, I've been trying not to spend too much money right now. Just kind of lay low key, see how things pan out.
So tell me this, dude. As busy as you stay musically, what are you doing to scratch the itch with just jamming with people? Because you play Mosquito Teeth, you play in Silver Alert, you play with Chris Barrow's band, you play in a jazz band. What am I missing here? You play in a Descendants cover band.
The Milo.
That's pretty much it. I do a couple other little things here and there, but I fucking suck. I haven't touched my guitar in 2 weeks. I haven't touched any musical equipment in days. Haven't had practice in a couple weeks. All my gigs are canceled. It's sad times indeed.
Did you ever think it'd come to this, man? I mean, that's a question for everybody. It's crazy. We've all watched these fucking movies and, didn't ever think it'd happen, People call bullshit. I don't know if it's bullshit. There's no bullshit. This is fucking real deal, man. It's a real deal. Here we are on a Friday night.
Some of the bigger shows are trying to get rebooked for July.
So you got some bookings in July?
No, just like a lot of the bigger shows that got canceled, especially in Tampa. I noticed just through the grapevine, it just sounds like a lot of those shows are getting rescheduled for July. So I think that's what people are thinking right now is when everything will kind of normalize. But that's also based on nothing, so who knows?
Yeah, we don't know.
Seems like that's the best case scenario. We're doing some stuff. We're touring in July.
Hopefully that shit don't get canceled.
Oh, yeah?
Fingers crossed.
Hoping so.
Actually, not only did it not get canceled, but
Yep.
we're actually confirming bookings in July. So that's cool. We have some stuff in April and I think maybe in June. Who knows if it's going to happen. We hope it does. Actually, I think that we're on a show. I think that we got a show with Mosquito Teeth June something.
Wedding.
Punk rock.
That wedding.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's going to happen, right? People want to get married.
Better? It fucking better?
Did you know that you can't get married in the state of Florida right now? I mean, not like that's holding you up, but, you know.
I did not know that.
Yeah. I mean, courthouses are closed.
Damn.
So new music, man. Tell me about what you got with, you sent me some tracks with no vocals of Mosquito Teeth, that's kind of cool because when you think about it, you know, there are bands that are out there that are like, you can't hear our music until it's done. And Bradley's just like, hey, check it out. This is no vocals. This is like a rough track. Tell me about this new recording you got that you're working on.
So let's start with Mosquito Teeth. We have maybe 5 or 6 new songs just percolating, ready to go. We haven't hit the studio yet. We got a new drummer a couple years ago and just itching to kind of record some new stuff with him. So we're prepping that. We got new T-shirts and new artwork, so it's just a matter of hitting the studio. And then with my other band, Silver Alert, we just got done recording 21 songs, which is a shit ton. It took us about 3 months to do it, but I'm really excited to release that once it's all mastered and just ready to go, because it's really good shit. We're doing a lot of weird, different stuff. I know everyone says that, but for me, it was just different and just really fun to do. We did, like, acoustic stuff. We threw some keyboard on some shit. You know, when you're doing 20 songs, you can kind of just go wild with it all, and we did. So I'm really excited to release that, you know, probably closer to the end of the year. With Mosquito Teeth stuff, like I said, we haven't hit the studio yet, so I don't really have a good timeline on it. But we're definitely writing some new songs, and they're going in a really good direction. Kind of back to the punk roots, you know, with a little melody in there, but it's hardcore. It's going to be really good.
Hell yeah.
Where are you thinking you're going to do some recording at? That's your old standby in St. Pete?
Yeah, we record at this place called Rock Garden with the bassist from Wolfface. I'm really happy with his stuff. I've been going there for not a long time, but like you said, I play in a lot of groups, and I've taken them all through his studio, and it's a great time every time. Just good experience, good sound. Everything the guy does is great. We have a good time.
You're 100%
It just helps
right.
when you're... Yeah, you know, when you're in the studio, you're under pressure, and it can be difficult. So to work with someone who's easy to work with helps a lot.
Dan fucking rocks, man. He rocks.
Yeah, we're gonna.
Fuck yeah, he
We
does.
really
new
get along
record
with
that's-
him.
yeah.
He appreciates the music, and it's been a great time working with him. So I agree with you, man. I'm Rock Garden all the way. Yeah, man.
Oh yeah, and he's got some new toys that are kind of fun to play with.
Yeah.
So tell me some creative ways that, I mean, so first of all, how are you doing on your supplies at the house? You got what you need? Do you got toilet paper?
Definitely got toilet paper. I had to do a 8 a.m. Walmart run last week, but we got toilet paper and paper towel rolls, so we're good there. My wife is the best cook ever, so we're solid there. Food, we're good. Really, it just comes down to I am out of weed, and it is terrible.
Yep.
All right, so anybody who's out there listening, you know, if you're close to Bradley, homeboy could use a hookup for real. So
Yes, I just got word today. My normal dude is going to take 2 more weeks to get a new shipment, so I am dying. It's dry. It's very dry.
Damn.
Erawk says see him behind the alley after the show, man. He'll get you squared away.
Being
There you
without
go.
green
There
really
you go.
sucks, man. That's one element that kind of keeps me grounded, man. I don't give a fuck, man. I love my medicine. That's medicine, you know.
Hey, Bradley, we're going to put you on pause for a minute. If you don't mind standing by, we want to play this new Mosquito Teeth song. Tell me, before we do,
Thank you, sir.
Tell me a little bit about this song. It's got no lyrics, but does it have a title? I believe you had a title on it. Let me go find it before I even start talking about it.
Yeah, the song's called Circle Pit Tourniquet, and just a little history. I wasn't at the beginning of Mosquito Teeth, so I don't like writing a lot of music for them. I like to kind of let them do what they've always done. But I actually wrote this song. I just felt like we were going in a softer direction and needed a harder song. So I kind of pulled this out of my ass. We recorded it last go around a couple years ago, so that's what we're playing here. But we have lyrics now. We just haven't recorded them, so it's good, but it's rough.
Is this with who's drumming on this?
This is not with our new drummer Adrian. This is with the old drummer JJ.
Okay.
All right.
So it's old now. Yeah.
All right, man. So, by the way, I'm still learning all this fucking new equipment. This is a whole other story right here that we can talk about later, but I'm going to try to not fuck this up and get this playing, all right? So, loudfastshitty.com. Bradley, hang on. We're going to come back to you in just a moment. We're going to play a couple tracks real quick. But they're punk rock songs. So
bear with us if it fucks up.
Don't go too fucking far. That's what I'm saying.
Mosquito Teeth.
You can fight, you can fly, and you can scare faces everywhere when they like to look and stare. Stay back, even glare. I just don't care. They'll chew you up and spit you out. What this world is all about, they'll take away all our fun. Cause they have none. I don't wanna, 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 I don't wanna grow up, grow up, grow up, grow up, grow up, grow up. I just gotta stay Bangarang, 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 Romeo, Bangarang, 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 Romeo. They can't make me be what they wanna be, part of their bullshit society. No more happy faces, no more fake smiles. I've had enough. I don't wanna grow. Up and up we grow. Getting old is getting old. Life is short. You only want to do what you want. Don't chew you up and spit you out. That's what this world is all about. Take away our fun, cause they have none. I don't wanna, 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 I don't wanna grow up, grow up, grow up, grow up, grow up, grow up. I just gotta stay Bangarang, 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 Romeo, Bangarang, 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 Romeo. They can't make me be what they wanna be, part of their bullshit society. No more happy bits, no more fake spots. I've had enough. I don't wanna grow. I don't wanna grow. I don't wanna grow. You're doing it, Peter.
Make sure I got this thing unmuted. Loudfastshitty.com, episode number 384. Bob Noxious hanging out with my buddy Erawk. trying to get this fucking new software figured out.
Hola.
We got still hanging out. We got Bradley Sugarman, and we just played some Mosquito Teeth. His I guess you'd call it his main band. All right, hang on, Bradley. We're switching over. This video is lagging like a motherfucker. There it is. There you are, Bradley. I don't know if you were able to see it because you're on another connection, but we just played the video for Bangarang. Tell me your favorite memory of recording Bangarang.
The video?
Yes.
Yeah, my favorite part is we were trying to do 2 videos. We were trying to do another video for a song called I Love Cops, the TV show. And we did all this shit with cop uniforms. We had a bunch of our friends there, and it never got finished. So my favorite memory of all that is doing a video that never made it to see the day of light.
Which one? That one?
I got a question for you guys, actually.
All right.
What do you think about this whole live streaming of bands thing that's going on? Since we can't perform to people, a lot of people are kind of just live streaming their practices. And I've watched a couple of them, and I'm thinking about doing it, but I just wanted your opinion on all that.
That's an interesting topic right there because, yeah, I mean, it is. Everybody's live streaming right now, including us, right? So I think if it's put together well, if the audio quality is good, I think it's something that was kind of an unintended reaction to a bad situation. So that being said, you know, I've seen a lot of bad recordings that get posted on YouTube or on Facebook or whatever. And I wouldn't say I'm interested in that, but with a captive audience and just having the blood in you to be a musician, I think it's kind of cool.
Well, I personally thought about it. It's very possible that, you know, that band Pigpen could do it down the road, depending how things are going here and how many shows we don't get to play. Eventually, we got to do something, right? So, I'm with it, man. Like, we like to play shows. We want to do what the fuck we do, and if we can't, you know, go to the venue or do what we do, we'll do it on the fucking internet and while you sit there at your house and watch it. Hey, if we can do it good, you know, make it sound decent, that's cool, I guess, you know. I don't have nothing against it. I think it's might be the way, you know.
So what's up, Bradley? You thinking about doing it? What's the plan? Do you have something in mind? You know, it's a multi-band bill. What's going on?
Well, I haven't had band practice in 2-3 weeks, so we're kind of just thinking about live streaming the next Mosquito Teeth practice, or, you know, practice for an hour and live stream the last half hour. But, you know, we're a band that really feeds off the crowd and interacts with the crowd a lot, so I don't know if it would go over well, to be honest. I have no idea. We've never done it.
I agree with that, too. I get that, too, because it's everything about being on stage and the crowd and everything else. That's going to be missing. So, but for shits and giggles, why not? I guess, you know, hey, you want to watch some, you get to play, and if people want to watch it, so be it. I mean, it's not gonna make up for doing shows like we do. I get it. Yeah. It's not going to do that, but I mean, if you don't get to play a show and you're itching, and why not let people, you know, check it out? It's like a band practice, I guess, or something.
Yeah,
right?
It definitely seems kind of weird, you know, because when you're in like say a rehearsal type situation where you're just in a room and you're being your normal self, you know, and you're not used to putting on a show. And I think we as musicians have always been trained that, like, hey, this, you know, and maybe rightfully so, this is band practice, and, you know, it's not time for a show. You know, you don't bring your wives to band practice and all that kind of stuff, you know, unless, you know, she's cooking dinner for everybody or something like that. That's cool. But, yeah, I mean, so it could be a little awkward playing to nobody. I think...
Yeah, it's like telling jokes and not having the crowd laugh back. It's just weird.
Yeah. I guess for depending on the band, and you would have to figure out what works for you. If you look over like Psycho Stick, they just did one recently, and there was just pretty fucking cool, man, the way they did theirs.
I think it's a good way to keep in touch with your fans.
Yeah.
I think that's the best way that I can explain it, which I think if you're not doing it, there's probably good reason. But if you have the ability to do it, I think that you probably should.
Well, you know, hey, let the fans. Hey, 100 motherfuckers said they wanted Loud Fast Shitty to start, so here we are. So it took 100 people to get us to fucking do it. So if you have 100 people wanting to see Mosquito Teeth, then here you go. I mean, that's cool in that sense. I mean, it's not gonna ever make up for that fucking, you know, what we get out of playing, the shows with the crowd and all that. But if people want to see it, if your fans want to fucking hear your band, see your band, I mean, why not? You know.
I think we as musicians, feed off of the crowd's energy. And it's kind of weird if you're just like looking at a number that ticks on your computer screen, like, oh, we have X amount of viewers who are watching us in real time, because it doesn't translate to like the real room. But I think that if it's done well, you're really doing a huge service to your friends, your fans, the people that you make music for, the reason why you do it.
Yeah.
I think that with the way the world is right now, that a lot of things are going to change as we know it, as a result of what's going on in our environment and surroundings around us now. And this is a positive, I think, so I think you should do it, man. I mean,
hey,
you got to get a good HD camera and some good audio equipment, but
make it sound good, and get some trampolines and just go fucking ape shit like you always do, and just make it more as epic you can without fucking hurting yourself, I guess, and just go crazy.
I want to know how many people
dress up and
we'll hurt us.
So this is kind of like, so we're in Hillsborough County, Tampa, Florida. Bradley, you're right across the bay, and here in Florida, we are like day one, I think, of being locked down. No one really even knows what it's like because no one's paying attention to this shit anyway. What's it going to be like when we finally survive this? Number one, right, and then we start getting back to real life. Imagine will people come to shows again?
Dude, I don't know, man. I think it's either going to be, extremes. It's either going to be packed because everyone just wants to do something, or it's going to be fucking dead because everyone thinks they're going to catch this virus.
Yeah.
So it's a crapshoot, man.
It really is, and we don't know how many venues are just not going to make it because of all this. Maybe they just
it's
rope,
really crazy. It's crazy doing taxes for these businesses because you expect people to not save and kind of be fucked without a paycheck, but so many of these businesses can't even go what feels like a few days without revenue, and they're done. So I think you're right. I think a lot of these businesses, venues and bars and all that stuff, I think a lot of them are going to go under the longer this goes on.
Yeah. Because a lot of them are struggling as is. Like, like the Verona. Verona's struggling out there in Newport Richie, and fucking Evan's fighting for everything he got, but, something like this could fucking just never come back from it, depending how long it takes,
Yeah, I remember when Fubar was still open, they had, a hurricane, which is a similar situation to this, and they were closed for 2-3 days, and I remember we did a show on day 4, and the bar owner thanked us. He said, if we didn't do the show, we probably would have shut down.
Yeah.
Which didn't matter. A few months later, they shut down anyways, but it just shows no one has any savings or any idea how to run a business.
Yeah. Yep. So, back to the video thing, if you can do it good, make it sound decent, do it. I mean, if the band Pigpen did it, we'd have to fucking do it, pretty badass. I wouldn't be just so basic about it. I would try to make it something, something maybe that's a little different than seeing our show, something like that. Try to take it to a different level, maybe. Provide something a little different.
Some multicam, stuff right there.
Yeah, because we could do,
that'd be cool.
We could do shit. We have projectors. We could go a whole different level probably that, we could take time to really set it up and lighting and cool shit, whatever, and make something out of it. Film it. I mean, there's a lot of shit we could do, But I wouldn't just sound like shit, where it's just bad audio and stuff like that.
Yeah, what's the point?
Yeah. It's like recording with your fucking cell phone and it's just garbage,
Yeah.
But that might be a way we end up rolling out. It's really hard to say. No one knows nothing right now.
We're 2 weeks into this and the whole world's falling apart. Yeah. Imagine in 2 months still like this.
But I miss playing. I after a while it's gonna get so fucking bad.
So much, man. I miss playing so much.
Because you only go so long before you're like, fuck, we gotta play, man. I gotta get my fix.
I'm honestly still in denial. Like my amp is still in the car. I took my guitar out, but I haven't taken the amp out. I just want it to be show day again.
Yeah.
So, any of your bands, are you guys thinking about getting together and just getting together to rehearse just because it feels good and that's a part of who you are? Is that going to happen anytime soon? Are you too scared?
Yeah, I think
scared, but
No. Well, Mosquito Teeth was going to do it this week, but it just didn't work out. So I'm pretty sure we're going to get together next week, which is going to be great. And then with Silver Alert, we're just kind of writing some new music, mostly just like acoustic jams, just, get together with some guitars and scraps of paper and try to put together some new ideas. I mean, now's a good time to be working on that stuff. Just lining up shit for when we're ready to roll, we're ready to roll.
How many fucking albums are going to end up coming out? How many fucking coronavirus or inspired shit's coming out? It's coming after all of this is said and done.
Too many, I can already tell.
Coronavirus.
I actually have a coronavirus song coming up.
Corona.
No.
It's called Don't Fucking Touch Me.
Well, okay, that's
I need some toilet paper to wipe my ass. God,
yeah, but this shit's going to be dated and sound stupid in a year.
Yeah,
I used to think that about the internet, man. And here's a funny story, Bradley. Chris Barrow is a good friend of both of ours. His other band, Jackie Papers, they had a song called "I'm Not Online," and I remember.
I love that.
I remember thinking in like circa 2000, 1999, whenever that record was out, I was like, why would he write about a song about being online? That just seems so passe. But 20 years later, I mean, I'm not online. That's, that can be taken a lot of ways. Still very valid. So I don't know, man.
Hey, just hats off.
You think it's going to be dated? I think that this is history right here.
I just want to say hats off to Chris because I just think he's a fucking genius. I really love Chris. I think he's just, his performance, his singing, his lyrics. Chris Barrows, man, one of my all-time fucking in Tampa Bay here, like such an inspiring motherfucker, like for punk rock and
man, I gotta tell you, watching Chris Barrows sing in the studio is magic.
Yeah.
He will sing something, doesn't matter what he sings, he can sing it a second time and it'll be perfect. All the enunciations, the little shit, he'll do it exactly the same. It's so incredible to watch.
Yeah. Hands down, he's awesome, man. God. Such an inspiration.
Made me want to play some Chris Barrows band. I'm sure that shit ain't copywritten.
Play some of that.
Yeah, we will. Bradley, we're gonna play some more Mosquito Teeth. We're gonna play some other cool things.
Got some Server Alert coming up. Silver Alert.
I looked online and I know that you got a Bandcamp, but I didn't have anything on my hard drive, so I didn't pull anything up from Silver Alert. I can find it though, man.
Fair enough.
We have that. We'll pull it up online.
I thought you were gonna play some.
What should we play from Silver Alert? I gotta line it up. It'll take a minute.
There's a song called "I'm Tired" that's pretty good.
What's it called?
If you can find that. I'm tired.
Okay.
I'll send you a link. It's good.
All right.
Send me the link. Bradley, any parting words before we split?
Yeah, go fuck yourself.
And stay sanitized. And get some weed, man. I hope you find some, bro.
Yeah, we'll help you out.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, Brad.
Thoughts and prayers, man. Thoughts and prayers.
Oh man, what was I gonna play? I forgot. And
Chris
Barrows.
Silver Alert.
Oh no, well I didn't have that lined up. No, I had some Mosquito Teeth. That's what it was. All right, I got
some
Mosquito
more
Teeth,
man.
I got Mosquito Teeth lined
Skeeter
up.
Teeth. Skeeter Teeth.
While we're playing that, I'm gonna look for some Silver Alert. By the way, Silver Alert playing July 1st, St. Petersburg. That's a gig that hasn't been canceled. You're playing with Pigpen and you're playing with Riverside Odds and some other band that we might talk about later on. So that show's not canceled, by the way.
Sounds like a good show.
I hope it's not.
Yeah, good.
I'll be pissed. It's going to be a good one.
Don't touch the piano. How about that?
That was fucking epic.
All right.
Hey,
Bradley, we'll chat offline, man, but thanks for joining the show tonight, being a part of our first episode.
Thanks for having me.
You're the first fucking, the first guest, first
of the
night back.
Yep.
Cheers to you, brother.
I appreciate it. Thank you, sir.
You non-drinker.
Salute.
Ooh.
Toke it up.
All right, my brother. We'll catch you later. And
thank you.
Oh, hey, you got to give us a
radio ID.
Yeah, radio ID.
A bumper.
Give us some. You're listening to loudfastshitty.com.
You're listening to loudfastshitty.com.
Well, great. But all right, now dress it up. Tell us who you are, what band that you play with, and
No, you don't tell me what to do.
Okay.
Hello, kitty. No kitty in the house. No. It's a nice kitty.
All right.
No.
We'll get it later, man. How about that?
He's rebellious.
Fine.
Did you hear? They beat up Scott Rothman. Who?
This is where I'm from. This is where I stay. This is where I party. This is where I play. Welcome to the bird, not just another town. Take a closer look.
Yeah, see, man.
See what's going down. New York, LA, you better watch your back. See people in punk rock on the map. Stop. Now go. This is where I'm from. This is where I'm from. This is where I'm from. Catch me at the food bar almost every night. Getting drunk, going to shows, what's not to like? Sitting by the bay, the home of the Rays. Not where I'm born, but it's where I'm fucking raised. St. Pete. This is where I'm from. St. Pete. This is where I stay. St. Pete. This is where I play. St. Pete. This is where I play. Stop. Now go. This is where I'm from. This is where I'm from. This is where I'm from. This is my city, and this is where I'm from. This is my city. This is where I'm from. This is my city. This is where I'm from. This is our city. This is where I'm from. St. Pete, the bird.
Back out! People are still. Oh, God damn it! Back out! Break the lights up, break it on, take back out! Break the lights up, break it on, take fill, flush it up, turn it into red. Drag it in your lady, I'll take the dungeon glad. Back out! Break the lights up, break it on, take back out! Break the lights up, break it on, take all along and ride me from Stepper Hills to Newport Rockland. Holiday to Hudson Shores, playing with junkies through Rockland. Back out! Break the lights up, break it on, take back out! Break the lights up, break it on, take back out!
Mark from Guttermouth, and you're listening to loudfastandorshitty.com.
I feel like I've been awake now for so long. I need a break now. Maybe I was born to be awake. The scenes on repeating, deception is deceiving. So real it could be fake. All I wanna do is fall asleep for two. I'm tired. I'm tired. I feel like I've been awake now for so long. I need a break now. Maybe I was born to be awake. Keeps on repeating, deception is deceiving. So real it's a fake. All I wanna do is fall asleep for two. I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm tired.
It's loudfastshitty.com, episode number 384. Bob Noxious hanging out here.
In Erawk the Sinister.
Hell yeah. Hell to motherfucking yeah. Friday night, quarantine, we're locked down. We got nothing better to do but sit here, drink beer, talk shit on the internet, and have nothing but a good time. I got a cooler full of craft beers because I've stocked up. I'm a fucking hoarder. Cycle Brewing is what I'm drinking at the moment. It's a St. Petersburg-based brewery, I believe. And cream and sugar, please. It's
pretty fucking good.
Coffee flavored, whatever. It's deliciousness in a fucking can. Let me tell you that. Thanks, Bradley, for being on episode 380, whatever the fuck we're on, 384.
Try one of these fucking hazelnuts, man.
Oh, you know what? So show the camera what you got over there, man. So this hazelnut spread right here. It's an imperial milk porter. You know, I think of myself as somewhat of like a beer connoisseur or a beer snob, I guess, if you will, because you know.
Didn't they used to call you hipster? No.
No, bro, I'm just a beer lover, man. I like fucking drinking beer and stuff, you know. So, I mean, we should probably take a picture of that over there. Maybe if you follow me on Instagram, you've seen it before, but I don't want to show off. But I got so much craft beer in here; it's fucking delicious. Love it. That's all I'm going to say. Standing by in the green room, we got RW from the Riverside Odds. They're a Philly-based band, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
Hell yeah, yo.
Hats off to those motherfuckers. We're going to be doing some shows with those guys in July as well, including their local stop in St. Pete in July with Bradley and his band Silver Alert.
Yeah. That band Pigpen did a little split with them.
That's right, man. We can probably. I actually brought that 7-inch tonight. One of the things I bought recently was I bought a turntable. And in all my life, I've never, as a musician, released a 7-inch or vinyl for that matter. Mm-hmm. And now I have like a stack of them, and I couldn't play it. So I went and bought a fucking turntable. It's pretty fucking awesome. And maybe I should, you know what we should do, Rock? We should do a vinyl-only show one night where we just play nothing but vinyl.
Fuck.
And, you know, instead of the video cameras of our ugly mugs, it'll just be, you know, us playing some vinyl.
I got 3 of them. I haven't played any of them. And I could have played them at WNF. They got like 6 turntables there, but I just.
Let's talk about that, Rock. You know, so you and I go back several years doing loudfastshitty.com. I mean, you probably have at least 100 episodes under your belt. I don't even know.
Quite a bit, yeah.
I never actually counted it, but you also do a community radio show.
Yeah. Right
Psycho Realms, 88.5 WMNF, Tampa Bay. It's a casualty of the coronavirus. How is it affecting you doing your Sunday night show that you've so long wanted, been a part of?
We went into stage 1 where I had to shut down having any bands. I had a band coming in. I had to shut. There were only the DJs, the volunteers, whatever. But now, after the curfew, the lockdown, only the essential, people that are on the payroll there. None of the DJs, and some of them are kind of, sitting in their show, and they're everybody's
like as
at
a
home.
Podcast or something?
No, I mean, the station's still going. There's just the small amount of people allowed to be in the building now. Only management and the people on the payroll. And they're keeping the shit going. But the problem is my show is canceled right now because at midnight to 6 in the morning
that's when we're locked down. That's like the zero movement hour.
At that time frame, they'll be just playing a rerun of something that played earlier in the day. So,
is it possible for you to do your own podcast? Maybe to start a podcast that you could send to them. They could load it in the player, and then instead of
I mean, there's a lot of things to probably fucking do, but I'm just taking a break. And here I'm looking fucking doing Loud Fast City. We haven't done this in 2 years, but no, I'm just taking a break. I've been doing 88.5 for a long fucking time. I started it right before I started doing Loud Fast with you, so yeah, I've been doing it, and taking a full fucking break. It's no big deal to me. It's
I got to say, in the 2 years that Loud Fast Shitty's been kind of offline, on hiatus, whatever you want to call it, it's technology's come a fucking hell of a long way, man, because now I'm on a Mac. I mean, I've always had a Mac, but I always did the show from from a Windows-based computer, and nothing but problems. And for the most part, short of the copyright violations that we have, it's not too bad.
Actually, it's pretty smooth. I think a little bumpy in the beginning, but it's
A little bumpy, but that's because we haven't fucking
it's
done
probably
anything in 2
doing
years.
the best I've seen in a long time because we've been through some ups and downs. We've had episodes where they were fucking shit at the end, lost. So
anyway, we got coming up, waiting in the green room, R.W. Hellborn, lead singer, vocalist extraordinaire of Philly-based speed punk rock band, speed punk metal. What are they? Speed punk? Speed punk. That's what the common denominator is. Riverside Odds. We met these guys down here in Tampa, Florida, where the show originates. They came through, and we've just been fast friends ever since.
We were asked to play, and we were like, hell yeah, let's go fucking support with these guys, and we hooked up with them, man, and they're fucking badass, man. They're doing good things, big things up there.
So as we get ready to connect, just to let everybody know, again, we're playing with new software that is new to us, and so if things are fucking weird tonight, it is what it is. We're here to put on a punk rock radio show and, be there for you. So we're going to reach out now to RW. It may take a minute. It may be weird before we get his picture in the frame. But
shout out to Bizarro Mark.
Yeah. You're looking in the chat room over there. By the way, the chat room.
Shout out to all y'all.
Hey, if you're in the chat room, if you're listening live, if you're one of the, 14 listeners right now, that's not too shabby,
Not too bad.
Let's get some more out there. Let your friends know there's a cool punk rock radio show going on.
100 fucking people liked the thing for us to play this show. Where are you at, motherfuckers? Out of the 2,000 that fucking liked the fucking show, but overall, where are you at? Maybe they're just gonna catch us on the flip, after it's done played, and we watch it tomorrow when they're taking a shit, maybe or something,
By the way, so from the chat room, John Dristis from the local fucking band, The Curse, just sent us, said if you need some copyright-free music, please play our stuff. John will be reaching out to you guys to be on a future episode, or if you want to be on tonight, we might run long.
Let me
Who knows?
fucking tell you.
Yeah.
We played a show with The Curse. They're fucking badass. Shout out. Fucking badass.
Yeah.
Good. Got my boy Eric Grant in there, too. It's fucking awesome, man.
All right, so let's call RW. RW Hellborn. Blip, blip, blip.
Housekeeping.
Hey. RW. Look at him over there, man. Looking all pimp and fly.
There he is.
Pretty good, man. Pretty good. We're going to give a second while everything syncs up with, the internet servers. But you're looking over there like you're hanging out and enjoying life comfortably.
I'm doing all right. Unlike Bradley, I have not run out of supplies.
It sucks, man.
That's the first I've heard of anybody running out of supplies, so that's always unfortunate, Hey, a couple of things. Number one, just got taken care of. Just pull your mic, step in a little bit closer to your microphone. You're a little light. I want to make sure. We don't have these production engineers who are over here who are doing stuff and bumping the microphones up, levels up, and shit.
Get the fucking work over there.
But, dude, what's up, man? How you doing, man? How you been? How's life over there in the fucking Keystone State?
Yeah, overall, it's not too bad. I mean, we're handling things over here pretty well. Getting the obvious shit out of the way. It's a big bummer for everybody over here, the same as it's a big bummer for everybody down there. Dealing with being stuck inside mostly and everything being closed. But yeah, overall, I think a lot of people that I know are taking the opportunity to try to do the most with it. Figure out other things to do. You guys were talking about it with Bradley too. There's a lot of opportunity right now for us to try new things.
Yeah.
Indeed, man. And, I think that necessity is the mother of all invention when it really comes down to it. And, here we are. You know, we've all had pampered asses for a long time. Let's be fucking like real, right? And we're used to certain luxuries and whatnot, and so here we are. We got to reinvent ourselves, and let's be honest. Also, you know, the live music situation for musicians kind of stagnant and stale compared to how things were. But I really just wonder how many people are really fucking missing it, because I think people are missing it. What about over in Philly? Everybody missing it, or is everybody just?
Oh, dude, yeah. Oh, absolutely, everybody. I mean, since day one, people were, you know, there was the initial, you know, oh, you guys shouldn't cancel that show. Like, it's fine. Everything will be fine. There was like that initial wave, and then, you know, the people they knew started getting this thing, and then like, oh shit.
Yeah,
okay,
exactly.
It's here. I guess we're stuck inside. Everybody's instantly, because it's. I mean, it was 2 weeks is not a lot of time to just end all social interactions. You know, like just shut down nightlife. You know, Philly has shows going on every night of the week. Like
still
dozens of no, not now. No, there's nothing.
No, not now.
No, not
you
now.
guys in Philly. I don't fucking know. You're hardcore, so I had to ask.
Oh, I mean, there's. I'm sure there's just like everywhere else. There's plenty of people that aren't really doing what they should be doing right now. But for the most part, I think everybody gets it real. The cities get it real quick because we got it real quick. People, like you said, it's not real. It's not real to you until you know someone who's got it, and we know people who have it. You know, like, so it sucks, but yeah, we're gonna make do. We're definitely gonna survive. That's for sure.
It's very surreal after, you know, watching, you know, The Walking Dead and other shows of post-apocalyptic life. And so, do you actually know someone who is either ailing from it or even worse, you know, that's passed away from it? Do you know anybody in your circle?
I don't know anyone who has passed away or is in any serious, but I do know. But I do know people who have tested positive. You know, it's real. It's real to me. You know, there's, you know, I see the outlines on the maps of where it's located. It's in my town. You know,
unprecedented times, man. I mean, for real. So you know,
you know, there's something, and not to cut you off there, but I mean, it's something weird. There's something weird about it, and you know, you guys might be feeling this already. There's a little bit of this like sense that, oh shit, now that we know we're all going through this, like, we're all dealing with this. It sucks for everybody in a different way, but we're all dealing with it. So there is at least something slightly comforting in that.
It's definitely a common denominator across the board here, man.
Yeah,
one way or another.
And we need those. We've been in dire need of a common denominator in this country and across the world, honestly, for a while. Like, you know, I've told several people, I'm like, despite how much this sucks, dude, we needed a timeout. I think I think as a whole, we probably needed a timeout here. You know, Mother Nature kicked us in the balls, you know, and just sent us to our rooms and been like, chill out for a little bit. Let's get some shit back in order. And then we'll let you go play again.
So what kind of emergencies are you guys used to in Philly? Is it usually just like snow days and that kind of stuff? Or because here in Florida, for us, we have hurricanes, so we're kind of used to emergencies that never really happen. So I can understand the reluctant culture of people that, you know, are being stupid and, you know, don't want to heed the warnings of the professionals and whatnot. But what do you guys have over there in Philly? You know, what's your emergency on a usual basis? Yeah,
like you said, the emergencies are just like any other cities. But yeah, as far as natural disasters, I mean, we either get bad snow, or, you know, I'm outside of the city. I don't live in the city, so I live in, but it floods here. You know, we get there's places because Pennsylvania's got all fucking, you know. I'm in a place where you know, heavy rains, shit gets flooded everywhere. So we're used to dealing with just natural disasters like that, but you know, it's not like this. You know, there's never, even when those are happening, like there's never been you can't touch anybody, and you know, there's never been that. This is new. This is new for everybody. We're all learning a lot right now, I think.
It's new in the fact that, you know, we've all seen this movie before, but we never thought it was real life. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and there's a lot of people. Yeah, exactly. And there's a lot of people who thought they would be ready for anything. Like, and I'm not saying, like, I'm not, you know, it's not crazy. There's no looting or mass, like, insanity aside from people fighting over toilet paper for like
me,
a couple of days.
That's the biggest thing. That's like the biggest takeaway is, like, I'm really surprised, you know, and like you said, you know, weed's plentiful, right? Toilet paper's fucking hard to come by, but yeah. I'm really surprised that there's not more fucking people that are up in arms and pissed off, just based on the keyboard warriors that are on my Facebook feed, you know. So
yeah, because that's all. I mean, that's all they were, and that, you know, I don't even want to go down that kind of hole, because it just leads to, you know, more bitching about people that it's not worth bitching about. But yeah, it's going back to what it's going to do for us as musicians. It's what it's going to do. It's going to force everybody to step up or step aside, like literally step up and do something, or just stay home and do nothing. Like, these are now your options.
So it's like this, you know, all you home recording fucking guys who didn't learn an instrument and learn how to piece stuff together, and that's,
hey, they better bring it. They better bring it right now, or you know, or again, just step aside and let the people who are performers and, you know, perform. You know, there's you guys talked about it earlier about playing, you know, empty shows. We were, I don't know if we were the first, but I'm the first that we know. When we did our live stream on the 13th, you know, we canceled the show. There were still other people having shows that night. There were people having shows the next night. But we made that decision quickly based on what we knew. But then also, like you said, we didn't just, you know, we had a live cam, you know, we did the Facebook live camera, but we put up a second camera, and we planned out, like, more different, you know, we planned out what we were going to do for it. You know, we took literally a few hours and made a plan, and that's what people need to do here to set themselves apart from just, you know, going live in your bedroom or on your couch is cool, it's fun, but, you know, that isn't anything that people haven't already been doing. You know, they've been doing that. They've been doing those for fun for years.
I'm glad you brought that up. And, you know, we were talking with Bradley about the same thing, you know, before you were on the call. And he's trying to figure out whether he wants to do that. What did you see as a successful benefit of doing that? And did you feel, I mean, just tell me the thought process that as a front runner of someone who did that before anybody, and I will agree. I saw your live feed. I made a point to watch it, and it did sound good. And the one thing I thought was, like, I hope it sounds good.
Yeah.
What kind of benefits did you get from that, or what kind of experiences can you take away that maybe would help Bradley or a band like Pigpen or somebody else who might be thinking of doing a live stream of their band practice?
Yeah, I mean, you said it right there. Like, I hope it sounded good. You know, I hoped it sounded good, and I'm glad it did. But it's also why we wanted to record it with another, you know, at least another camera, so that we'd have at least two sources of audio. Like, there's anything that you can do, anything that you want to do, you can do to set yourself apart when doing these things. And by no means am I, like, putting down just doing any of this just for fun. But if you wanted, what I took away from it was, hey, if you actually want to do something and you want people to pay attention to it, then you've got to give them something more than the other person's given them. You know, we played that. You know, we told each other before we played that show that we just all have to pretend like that show was packed, that our friends and our fans were there, and you know, I honed in. You know, I honed in on a little bit of professional wrestling knowledge, and I kind of put myself in character mode, and just said, you know what, yeah, I'm gonna play. But we've always kind of done that too. I mean, you guys see how we play when there's, you know, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if there's 5 people. If there's 5 people in the room, you play to those 5 people like it's 5,000. If there's 5,000 people in the room, you play to those people like it's 5,000 or 50,000.
No, you're right.
You know?
You're right.
You know,
Pigpen's no different as far as, you know, character. You know.
Absolutely.
You know, motherfuckers that are talking to you right now and motherfuckers that are on that stage are 2 different fucking worlds, and you know, it's all entertainment and no fucks are given.
Yeah, you know? But it's really just how this is going to. I think what this is going to do more than anything else is it's going to put what everybody is doing for themselves into perspective. You know, this instantly made it 100 times more difficult for every musician. So the people that are going to figure out what to do, you know, look at what Eddie Spaghetti's doing. He's, you know, he was quick to jump on a totally different thing. He set up ask me a question about a song, and then I'll play the song and tell you a story. And he's been doing those one a night for like all week.
That's fucking awesome, yeah.
And it's blowing up because they lost half of a European tour, which is you know 6 weeks of their salary.
Absolutely.
You know, they're a band that that's all they do. But what did he do? He got back home. He, you know, regrouped. He said, you know, so what the fuck can I do here? And he figured out something that I haven't seen anybody else do that. And this is what's great, because I'm seeing a lot of different people do a lot of different things.
Just kind of being a little bit more personal with your fans, you know, and just kind of, you know, toning it down and just going with
our
the flow.
friends from the. I'll shout out some more people, like our buddies from the Bad Ups. I mean, Travis literally lives across town from me, and their Bad Ups are putting out some fucking hilarious content. Like he's just doing wacky fun shit to entertain people. It doesn't even have to be about music all the time. It can just be about connecting to your fans.
It's that creative flow, being creative. You know,
it's about being unique. I think you know, and just being something different. And I think if we as people don't take this time to recreate and learn something about yourselves, something new, you know, shame on you. And I mean, it really is the time to reevaluate and just, you know, whatever. So, dude, listen, we're going to play, hopefully, a video that is not going to make the live stream get fucking cut off.
We'll try, I hope the bots aren't that fast with our shit.
I think it was the Zeke song that we played like 9 times. But
that's when it died.
But it was Time Warner behind that own. That's what hit us, Warner.
Exactly.
Right.
I don't know.
That's
I don't know
big motherfuckers.
I love Altercation Records, and I do want to get my my $10 royalty checks, you know, from but I don't know if they're that fast. So
yeah.
So it might be safe. Are you which one are you doing?
So with your word, because we have your approval as the artist, we're going to play PB Army. So
right up.
Because we think that one won't get pulled.
And it's fat. Yeah, it's only a minute long too. So.
Good to know. So hey, listen, while we play this, we're probably going to back another song or 2 up on it. Just hang tight. We're going to come back on the other side, talk to you again. You'll probably see me in your picture, and I'll be muted, or you may hear me. I don't fucking know. But just hang tight. We'll talk to you on the other side. And in the meantime, this is loudfastshitty.com, episode number 384. We're live with R.W. Hellborn from the
Riverside Odds.
Oh, that was like the fucking vocal fucking thing of
Well,
the melody of.
this fucking guy over here won't let nobody talk. Oh, golden
fucking
voice.
guy.
I like
fucking
to hear,
golden
fucking
voice
guy
over
over
here.
here.
I like to hear myself talk.
Over here with the voice.
It's Bob and just Bob today.
All right, here we are. It's live, loudfastshitty.com. We are back on the air. It's episode number 384. I'm Bob Notches, hanging out with
Erawk the Sinister with that little citizen Sam, motherfucker.
We got R.W. Hellborn here in the studio with at least 6 feet distance away from us. R.W. is from the Philadelphia-based, Philly-based speed punk metal band. What do you guys call yourself? First of all,
we're pulling this speed punk rock and roll thing. That's
speed
what
punk
we've been
rock and
tagging
roll.
Yeah,
fucking
that's what we've
Riverside
been
Odds,
tagging
man. Welcome back to the show, man. You know, nothing but problems with playing copywritten music. You know, it's been 2 years since Loud Fast Shitty's done an episode, and let's be fair.
Yeah.
2 years ago, when we were doing episodes, I would release this podcast. It was 2 hours long. There was a labor of love. It was like 12 hours of work for a 2-hour show, trying to be, caught up in the world events of fucking punk rock, and then just to get yanked down by some stupid fucking reason because of a copyright law. So here tonight, and this is unprecedented, we're playing fucking Riverside Odds video for PB Army, and immediately got yanked offline for a copyright infringement for the band we have live on the fucking air. You're our friend, you're our buddy.
We've lost all of our punk cred. I will hand you over my punk tokens and my bottle caps and safety pins. we've lost all credibility. But yeah, this is going back to like what we were talking about. This is a different world we're living in. This shit is so fast. We released the album and we released it legitimately. So we put it, we had it put out there, and now it's out. But now it's out there, and now the people that scan for that shit are working so fast.
They're being dicks about letting us play shit. Let's be real about this. So
yeah.
So Altercation Records, it's probably been a year or more that you guys became affiliated with Altercation Records. Tell me about that relationship, how you became involved, how that, just number one, how you became involved, and how's it going?
Well, I'll say it's going great. We'll just start with that because that's the most important part. We were at Connie's Rick Rack, and we were playing the split seconds from DC were playing Philly, and we were one of the bands for the locals that night. It was us. I'm trying to. I'll have to dig back and I'll have to look at the spreadsheet, but I don't even remember who else was there because we played Connie so many times. But anyway, it was just that one night. And Travis from Altercation was just traveling with them for a couple of nights because they were doing this weekend. They're from DC. And when he saw us, he just came up and started talking to us right after our set. I had no idea who he was at that point. He didn't even tell me that at first. He actually bought our CD first, and then he told me who he was. so I instantly knew that this guy was a good dude. From there, he's really helped us out. They've helped us so much. They put together all the videos that we can't play on the show.
You got to talk to him about that, man, because literally, you guys. Let's be real. You're an underground band. You're making a name for yourself. You're out on the road. And let's be real, podcasts are, who listens to FM radio? And if they do, you're not going to hear a band like Riverside Odds on there.
Unless it was like
there should be a podcasting license out there for artists such as yourself that are, you're not selling 1 million records, but,
and there might
if somebody plays a podcast episode with your music.
there should be something, because like I said, this is a different environment than we even had to deal with even a few years ago. So for us to do what we do, we've got to figure out, either figure out different ways of doing it, or figure out how to fix the system that's causing it to be a problem, just to play my own songs on your show.
It's crazy world. Hey man,
it is. It's crazy. But what's good is having B-sides that were not released through ASCAP or anything else.
Boom, you're right. I want to ask you, because you got something else going on that Pigpen may or may not be a part of. I want to say yes, we're going to be a part of. But the multi-band quarantine compilation. Tell me,
goddamn better be a part of it.
Oh, we are, man. We are. To be honest, I spoke with you about it, and I'm all in. But I haven't spoke with the rest of the guys yet. But I know that they are too. So, because this is a first for everybody listening, let's just say that. Tell me about the multi-band quarantine compilation, or what is it called? I might be misphrasing it.
Yeah, it's a quarantine collaboration. Whatever you want to. Yeah, I think I have two different names for it.
Collaboration was the better word.
Yeah. Basically, yes. What it was I just I made a post about a week or so ago, quickly just feeling out if anybody wanted to try to do something together during this, and I wound up with, I think, about 25 different bands that were interested. Basically with no premise, just like, hey, I got an idea. We want to do something. Sure. But what I came up with was an idea of whatever we can do while we're here. Start a song the way you would start a song with any other band. Come up with a riff and bring the riff to the table, or bring this, or bring a song that you worked on at home to the table, put it out here, and then say, hey, all right, who wants to work on this one next? Whether it's just add a chorus to this verse, add a lead, or add a bridge to this,
Absolutely,
or change,
man.
or whatever you want to do, or take a fucking hardcore song that I started and turn it into a pop punk track. A combination of just someone puts something down and someone else picks it up and does something with it and puts it back down, and eventually what comes out at the end is whatever the last person had a handle on, and who the fuck knows? I have no idea what's going to happen. That's the thing. I have no clue what's going to happen.
I can improv on anything.
Yeah.
Anything.
Yeah.
You just get fucking. I'm down. So.
I've seen a couple posts online from, I guess musicians in various groups wondering how they can jam with people from afar, like over the internet. And to be honest, with latency and connection speeds and the type of computer you're connected on, it's really tough to do something live like that. But I think the answer really is everyone has a home studio, right? These days, most everybody has a home studio of some sort where they, if anything, they can record one track of whatever instrument it is that they're playing at a time.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if you've got an iPhone, if you've got a smartphone, you've got a recording device that's better than most shit was in the 80s. I've gone back and listened to recordings that I just did on my phone at practice, and I would say they sound as good as some albums that were released in the 80s. The quality of what we have to work with is there. You just, going back to, like we were talking about earlier, the people who really, really want to do something will figure out a way to work with what they got. You get creative, because we're supposed to be creative people, and this is what's going to separate us in these times, is who's gonna go from, well, shit, I can't rehearse. We can't all rehearse in our big practice space, that's temperature controlled with all the mic drums and everything. What are you gonna do? Put a microphone up, in front of your amp at home and just do what you can. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out together too. That's the other thing that's good about what I think is exciting about this little project is that I'm not really sure how this is going to go, and it could change it could change during the process, but everybody seems to be on board for whatever it is, so that's awesome.
Fuck yeah. Yeah. Me and Bob can produce anything. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah, we got Disgraceland Studios right here, man. We've done
some
a lot of work
beers,
here.
some joints.
$1 million records come out of this very facility, man. So we're waiting on
anything that's sent to us. Trust me, we'll put down some shit on it.
If the $1 million records keep going out, you should maybe keep one or two.
No shit.
So
are you still accepting submissions from bands that want to be a part of it? I know we have some bands that are listening live right now who are in the chat room that think it sounds fun and might be something.
Yeah, I mean,
are you still accepting people? And how many bands did you had like an astronomical number?
You said 25 or something, right?
Yeah, I think it's 25. I think there was 25.
And
definitely,
how
I
many
mean, at least
songs are you
20.
gonna cultivate from this?
Well, that's the thing. I don't know. We're starting it off. I'm starting it off with 6 as like the first run. My first idea was just to do a song because I thought maybe like 3 other bands would be interested, and it immediately, just blowing up from my idea of 3 to 20 was like, okay, well, this is instantly changes. I have to adapt to a different idea now. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It could be we could get 6 tracks out of this with 12 different bands on each track. We could get 15 tracks with my main goal was to at least get 4 on each song, 4 different bands, because most bands, most songs have 4 different parts. There's vocal, guitar, bass, and drums. So if you take not necessarily one from each band, but just the idea of 4 different people from 4 different bands gives it a different, it's going to be a very different sound.
True.
So yeah, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens when it's all over. I originally thought maybe we'll try it for a month, but I think the way things are going, that might be too fast that might be too ambitious, and I'm just going to let it progress naturally.
So we're making assumptions too, because you think that everybody's at home, and what more do you have to do with yourself?
Right. I mean, we're Edwin Peters. He's down in Virginia, and he dropped like basically a completed song. I don't know if he had it. If he might have had it. Kind of in his back pocket before, or what, but like he threw a complete thing up there. So I'm really interested to see what's going to happen with that, because it's going to get kind of, I envision that it's going to get torn apart and then put back together differently, and whatever. So we'll see.
Hey.
So you got some tour dates I know that are coming up in July that you're looking forward to. Pigpen is on the bill on a bunch of them in the Southeast. We're looking forward to doing the Heavy Rebel Weekender. And again, that was a show that they reached out and asked us to play, and is basically now is confirmed. They're looking for a July date to happen. Are you guys still on the road to happen, or you guys still coming to St. Pete?
Yeah, I mean, as far as we're concerned, the plans that we have, the plans that we've had after June, things that we're working towards, we're still planning for everything that we're doing, the summer and fall. Because without knowing exactly what's going to happen in the next couple of months, we're not going to just put a full stop on everything. We know April's are, pretty much out. We don't even know yet. I mean, we were rescheduled. The show that was going to be on the 13th of this month, we tentatively rescheduled it for April 17th, back at the same place. That could be up in the air now at this point. April might be out completely. I don't even know that yet. But yeah, no, we're continuing to plan out touring and everything that we're doing.
So life goes on. I mean, it's business as usual.
Exactly. Because we want to be prepared for it. You know, when things bounce back, when things get back to normal, we want to be immediately on the road. You know, we want to just be like, all right, everybody can get back to normal, and tour starts tomorrow.
That's right.
That's my ultimate, my fairy tale ending. However this ends, we're going to be on the road, in June, and with all luck, even better luck, we'll have our buddies from Snap Out over in the UK with us, because they're supposed to be on this tour with us in June and July. This is basically the first official time we're talking about this, but yeah, that's the initial plan was Riverside Odds and Snap Out. We were going to do an East-ish, Coast-ish triangle tour with them, starting up here in Philly, New York. Actually, with one of the first shows would be with the Murder Junkies in New Jersey.
Yeah.
And then
we're doing a couple shows down here in Florida with the Junkies.
Yeah. I figured you would. And then we'd be basically skyrocketing down with a week down to Texas to do another Midsummer Night Scream Festival, which is another Altercation Records thing that they put on. So we would be seeing a bunch of people we know. I really do hope that that's still on, because we'd be playing with the Fantastic Plastics that day, and I fucking love those guys. They are amazing. So if you don't know the Fantastic Plastics, they're weird, but I love them.
Gotta check them out. I'll check them out, man.
Yeah. So yeah, and then from there we would be shooting over. Like you said, we'd be hitting Tampa right at the end of June, and then shooting up for Heavy Rebel Weekender, which would be on the 4th of July. And to my knowledge, that's still a go too.
Tell me about the Heavy Rebel Weekender Festival, because you've played it before, and I think because of you guys, we've got ourselves added to the bill, which is fucking awesome, and thank you, and make sure you give thanks down the way. But
thank you.
Tell us about the festival, Heavy Rebel Weekender. What's it like, and what do we expect in July when we go?
Heavy Rebel is the greatest weekend that I've ever. It's always the best weekend of the year. Hands down. It's you get a bunch of punk rock, rockabilly, psychobilly, rock and roll guys in basically take over Winston-Salem, North Carolina, and then there's crazy car shows, there's mud wrestling, there's all sorts of it's a combination. It's almost like it's just a big fucking party, combination music fest, combination.
Is it like a Southern thing? Just when I say Southern, I think of like COC and stuff like that. Like the Southern Doom and Scum and all that kind of stuff. But is it kind of just like a?
Oh yeah, you got like it's a I'm not, by all means, I'm not a car guy, so I don't know the car guy terms. But you've got like custom car show guys there, so everything's like the rat rods and crazy shit. No, it's a fucking awesome time, and everybody's amazing there. We've never not had a good time. It's always been insane. So yeah, why we want all of our friends to be a part of that too.
Well, that is what we're fucking looking forward to. And if you're on the fucking road, if you're somewhere in America, look for the Riverside Odds. How do we find you guys? You guys have a website, a Facebook, a Twitter, an Instagram. What's the best way to find Riverside Odds?
Every single one of those things we do. We've got the riversideodds.com website, so from there you get to everything else. Just search Riverside Odds in Google, and it's all there.
What's new with the band? Like, what before all this fucking Corona nonsense? What were you guys most excited to be working on at that moment that hasn't happened yet?
Well, the biggest thing, what the 13th was originally supposed to be was our next biggest thing, and that was we were partnering with Round Guys Brewing Company in Lansdale, PA, and they are releasing a beer for us.
Thank you. I meant to ask you about that because I'm a big fucking beer lover.
Yeah, so the beer, we just named the beer after the album. It's called Get Into It as well. Well, it's called Get Into It also. And when we were talking to them about it, we've been friends with those guys over there, since they start, pretty much, I don't know, for years. I don't know how long it's been, but we played there a bunch of times, and I help out whatever I can with those guys. So it was really cool that they asked us to do a partnership with them for this, and they basically said, "What do you want your beer to be?" And I told them, just make it PBR with more alcohol because that's what we all drink.
All right, so as a beer lover, an aficionado, if you will, and by the way, I expect completely to have a 6-pack of this for my home fridge. Or
hell yeah! We'll be bringing it on. We'll be bringing it on tour with us.
I was going to ask about the flavor, but you said PBR but high octane. What would you most closely compare it to? And what's the name of the beer?
Oh, it is. The beer name is Get Into It.
Is that a song title? Is that an album title? That sounds like something.
That's the album. That's the album title from the last album.
So Get Into It. Is it a lager? Is it? It sounds like a lager.
It's considered. I guess what they told me. It's considered a light lager, but I don't know why it's considered light. It's a beer related thing. It's not like a Miller Lite, like Bud Light.
What's the alcohol content?
6.9.
No, dude, that's nice. And who's putting this out again?
Round Guys Brewing Company in Lansdale, PA.
How did you guys get involved with that? Was it just through playing shows and just doing stuff and getting your name out there, or did you know somebody? How did you get that?
Yeah. So the brewery after they opened up, they bought another building across the street, and then the underground of that building, which is called the Underground by Round Guys Brewing Company. Cheers! I'm drinking hard seltzer because it's what's left.
That's the problem with America right now. That's why we're falling apart at the seams right now.
I do have a giant bottle of tequila upstairs as well if times get really bad.
Hell yeah!
For the third time this week, I've gotten my 2-week supply of alcohol at fucking ABC Liquors. So.
But yeah. So Round Guys, they have a venue called the Underground by Round Guys Brewing Company, and we've played there a bunch of times. And so we love that place. It's basically our local spot. It's right around the corner. Well, it's right around the corner from where we used to rehearse. So this is all pretty good timing.
I'm excited because we're going to be on the road for the Southeast, at least it appears, if everything goes well. So I really want to try your beer. I can't tell you how much I'm a beer lover. If my camera reached that far, and it probably could, but dude, I have so much craft beer in my fucking cooler. I have to have some of your fucking
He wants the beer, but hey, I gotta say something.
I
gotta say something for a fucking second here.
I'll get you. I'll get it. I'll get it FedEx to you or something.
No, dude, we're gonna see each other. We'll be on the road together, bro.
Back
we'll
to tour thing.
Because you guys are doing Jacksonville with us too, I think.
So far it's like Georgia, Florida, North Carolina, and wherever else, man. Let's go.
Tampa, Jackson. If all continues as planned, Tampa, Jacksonville.
I'm excited. No. I'm excited because I got to get in this. I'm excited because there was a split that came out. This little fucking vinyl 3-way split.
3 ways the best ways.
And we haven't played a show together. Fuck off. Hey,
I know. Since
we
then.
haven't. See, this is Drunk Bob. Drunk Bob.
Look over here. Look at you right here. This is Drunk Erawk.
Hey, you're fucking up the show.
He's trying to be taken seriously in time.
I'm looking at him on the screen.
Bob
Hey,
is trying to be serious.
but we haven't played a show since that we released that motherfucker.
I know, it's ridiculous. And you guys, and I think you guys were up in Philly. Weren't you guys up in Philly since then too?
No,
it's probably been 2 or 3 years since we were in Philly.
We were up with Philly and with Sparkle Fight back in. It's been a while.
Yeah, I think whatever the last time you were up here, we had just missed you for some reason. Yeah, and the Sawed-Offs were. The Sawed-Offs had come up.
Well, I'm waiting for the day that all three of us play a show together.
Well, that's happening.
And that's what I'm waiting on, you know? That's what I'm waiting on.
So that's supposedly happening in Georgia, right? But the problem is, I think the Sawed-Offs need a drummer. So, like, in our little chat that we had.
They always need a drummer.
I know, right? I was like, dude, just ask our drummer, send him a set list. I'm sure he'll fucking hang, you know? I mean, one fucking show, right?
Yeah, it can't be that hard. Minner doesn't write complicated songs. He does that on purpose.
Well, I'm just hoping all that works out because I've really been looking forward to it since we've done the split and just, you know, we haven't played a show together in a long time. You know, it's way overdue, man, and I'm excited. I hope all this fucking works out. You know?
Me too.
Because then we have some shit booked and y'all went through some stuff and had to cancel, you know?
That was, last year.
So
it was last year around, it was last year around this time. Last year around this time was
God damn it, it's got to happen.
We lost our drummer,
Yeah.
I forgot about that, man. We had booked some shows last year.
We had to cancel. Y'all canceled it,
We had, I think we clocked in 5 different lineups last year as far as live lineup. With a sixth one. And with the 6th one early this year, just as a side,
So who remains from the last time when you guys were here in what was it 2017 or whenever it was?
Yeah.
Who remains? You and who?
It's just me and Maddie Cobra. Yeah, it's the two, and he and I along with Tim were the 3 founding members. So 2 out of the 3 founding members, but But Maddie and I had also been in a band before this years ago. Well, Tim and I had also been in a band before this too. But
damn.
The long history of
How many damn bands you been in, bro? Is it you?
Dude, too many. I think I've probably had more bands than girlfriends, which is probably for the best.
Hey man, that's an admirable trait for sure.
I think so. But I've had a lot of bands.
Who does who's the girl with the red hair in your videos, and who did the cover for the 7-inch that was with Pigpen and Riverside Odds and Sawed-Offs. Hey, thanks, Erawk.
Oh yeah, she's pretty hot, right?
Yeah, whose woman is that? I'm curious.
It's my sister, dude. It's my fucking sister.
Perfect.
Watch your mouth.
That's my sister.
That's what we call a setup. Actually, she's a good friend of mine. Becky, she's been a longtime friend of mine. I've known her since we worked. We used to work at a tattoo shop together. When I was tattooing, she was the counter girl, and that was probably about 10 or so years. So I mean, she's just a longtime friend of mine, and she's done modeling before. And when I needed someone, she was all up for the idea. So I was like, "This is perfect. You are now She's basically the unofficial merch model, cover model. She's like the
unpaid merch model. Gotcha.
Yeah, right. Yeah, she's an integral. She's a part of the operation. Let's put it that way. She's an integral part of the whole operation at this point.
So RW, you did a 7-inch with Pigpen, with the Sawed-Offs, with Riverside Odds, which was By the way, I must say a fantastic vinyl. I'm going to close it out with playing, a couple of tracks from each band on there. Before we split, how about some words of wisdom? Make sure that everyone knows how to reach you in these troubled times.
And follow up with a
dude,
radio
do not-
ID.
You should not.
We'll
be
get to
coming
that,
me
homeboy.
for wisdom. Do not come to me for wisdom. No.
No, dude, we
honestly,
need
dude,
wisdom
yeah,
from
you-
our
I mean,
elders.
I'm
Come on, you're an
I'm
elder
on
at this
Facebook.
point.
Yeah, dude. No, jokes aside, yeah, I'm on Facebook. I'm reachable, like anybody else. My channels are open. You can you look for RW Hellborn online, and you'll find me. If you want to talk to me, if anybody needs anything, there's a lot of people. There's a lot of people that might just need somebody to bounce an idea off of or whatever. It just
I think now
my
more than
channels
ever-
are open. I try to keep them open as much as I can.
I think
Yeah.
now more than ever we all need each other. Check out
Yeah.
the quarantine fucking multi-band compilation. I keep calling it a compilation. That's not the right word. Collaboration.
Collaboration, compilation. Yeah,
send something
kind of
our
will
way,
be.
man. Send
You know,
something our way, man.
This is just our first episode of LFS back after 2 years. I always envisioned that we would probably do 400 before we called it quits. That means we got, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11 more.
Shit, I've been
episodes.
trying to get to 420. Episode 420.
Once you pass 400, you got to get the 420 episode. You know what I
I've
mean?
been trying to get to 420, but then we just took a break.
Yep. All right, dude. So we're going to close it out with the 7-inch Riverside Odds, Pigpen, the Sawed-Offs. You can find it on any of those bands' Bandcamp pages, right? I guess that's probably the best place. Do you guys have any more of those copies left, RW?
Yeah, I know we've got a few. There's at least one box, so that's I think 15 or so.
I think we're
there's
down to
there's a
box
few
or
left.
two ourselves,
Yep. Yeah, so they're still out there. If you hear it and you want it, you can come get it.
Buy it. The multi-band.
We'll give you a free shop rag.
The multi-band collaboration, man. I'm looking forward to big things about this. We're probably going to talk more as the next month of quarantine goes on.
Yeah, man. I was gonna say, if you guys are, if you're looking for some, I don't know. I think there's a couple that were like riffs or something that might have been posted today. Somebody said they had something else. I don't know if they posted it, but I'll check. If it is, I'll tag you.
Yeah. Yeah, Erawk, I got to tag you in that, but I've heard it, and I definitely feel like I could put my stamp on what I heard, and I think that's what it's all about, is everybody just kind of like bringing their own thoughts to the table. Very cool idea, man. Kudos to you for, being, in the forefront of that and, doing the live streaming. Excuse me. I had to burp in the fucking microphone because, Hey, brother. I hope to see you on the road soon, man. We love you.
Absolutely,
over here in
man.
Tampa.
Definitely, dude.
Yeah.
Riverside Odds.
Hey,
rock and roll.
Before you split, and everyone's listening, but we'll cut it up and put it into a nice little bow. But we need some radio IDs, basically. Hey, it's RW Hellborn from Riverside Odds. You're listening to loudfastshitty.com. That's it.
Yep.
That's the most generic form. Give us something in your own fashion that makes it unique to you, and let's make a part of history.
All right, you tell me when. You ready?
Rolling whenever you are, man. Take one, take two, take three, whatever you need.
All right, we'll do take. This will be take 666. Yo, this is RW Hellborn, and you are listening to Loud, Fast, and Shitty Radio.
Fucking amazing
wait.
right there, dude. Take one is all you needed, man. That's perfect.
I should have. I forgot to say. The band.
You didn't say Riverside Odds, though, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so tell you what, dude, take two.
Take 666 again.
Take two.
666.
All right, here we go, and action.
Yo, this is RW Hellborn from Riverside Odds, and you are listening to Loud, Fast, and Shitty Radio.
Hell yeah.
Fucking amazing, dude.
Nailed it.
Brother, You're a consummate professional, man. Take care of yourself. Take care of your family, and be fucking good, dude. Fucking.
You too, brother.
Stay safe, man. We're gonna tear this shit up when you come down, man.
Stay safe and stay not sober, because I have been drinking.
Just stay sanitized and drunk and high.
Yep.
All
right, man.
All right, brother.
Oh
man, Erawk. So I'm trying to figure out how to do this fucking this whole thing with how this software works. I feel like an old man because
dude, are you getting fucking technologically retarded too?
I am, dude, because there's so much fucking stuff here. Like, I'm an analog man living in a digital fucking world, dude.
Yeah, dude. There's like the stuff is passing me by, and I'm not comfortable with it anymore. You know, I had to go back to the roots. I mean, I've been spending the last couple weeks too, just looking at pedals and like going back to learning how playing guitar works. You know, because it's like I need to know more than just plug it in and turn it up at this point. You know, back to what we were talking about before. This is now the time for everyone to evolve and learn something. And if you don't get, if we don't get better after all this time, then you really wasted your time.
Learn about tone, kids. Learn about fucking tone.
Wisdom.
That's our fucking words of wisdom.
Fuck yeah, man.
All right, man. So it's loudfastshitty.com, episode fucking 384. Thank you, RW. We're going to fucking, wait a minute. Where'd it go? Where's that song at? Wait a minute. Hold on. I had a song lined up from you guys.
We're still on the air there.
We are still on the fucking air. We're not that cool where we have fucking two-way communication.
See, there you go. See, I opened up because I opened up a little more because I thought we were offline. I took this you should have known it when I took the sunglasses off. Dropping my guard. I let my too much.
Oh, man.
That's funny.
You know, so this is the awkward part of the show where where it's just like what are we doing here? What's going on?
We're supposed to be listening to this three-way split.
Okay. Yeah. That's right.
Yeah. Here we go. It's the three-way split.
That's what the whole segue was.
Let's do this, man.
Supposed to be listening to stuff that won't get us cut.
When I woke up, I couldn't fucking say anyone inside this world but me. I'm gonna freak out and pull out my restraints. I didn't know that I went and fucking insane in this bad and room. This bad and room. This bad and room. Alone. You never know how alone you are until you beat your head against the wall and no one comes to you out of your mind. You fly everywhere and it's all mine. It's bad and room. Bad and room. It's bad and room. Alone. It's like I made a big mistake when I cut her body into steaks. They got me at my mama's place. They brought my jacket so I'd be safe in my abandoned room. Abandoned room. Abandoned room. Of mine.
I am good at first impressions, and you are a fucking cunt.
You came around and made a mess. You took a picture to express image from your memory. I couldn't care less, but I'm searching for the words to say. Your loneliness is just getting in the way. I don't give a fuck about you or all that stupid shit you
You're supposed to open your yap so I could put my fucking prick in it. Otherwise, you shut the fuck up.
I'm contested in the intersection. I just want to make alright. Lunatics behind me and cars all around me sitting at the light. Timing isn't moving and you're interviewing. Get the fuck out of my way. I've got road rage. People cruising, looking for a bruising, thinking every day's Sunday. Drunk driving boozing, drunk driving snoozing, heading down the wrong fucking way. Timing isn't moving and you're interviewing. Get the fuck out of my way. I've got road rage. We're crash driving, blood pressure's rising. Will I make it home today? Taxi teenage driving, now my car's sliding. Get the fuck out of my way. You wanna die? You're gonna die. You're gonna die. Get the fuck out of my way. Traffic isn't moving and you're interviewing. Get the fuck out of my way. I got road rage. I got road rage. I got road rage. I got road rage. I got road rage.
Oh, you want to blow the fucking horn, huh? Get some of that. The fuck you looking at, dumb nuts? Come on, stupid ass. Fuck you looking at, jerky neck bitch.
All right, man. It's loudfatshitty.com. I am Bob Noxious.
Back. Erawk the Sinister.
We are here on Friday night. It's quarantine time, man.
You look like you got a mustache with that little.
It's right now. If you're listening, you should be at home right now. Stay the fuck at home, man. Isn't that pretty much what they're supposed to say?
Wash your hands, wash your ass.
If you're taking a moment to watch us, we appreciate it. By the way, we have to go relieve ourselves. We're going to take a break. We're going to pause this episode. We're going to come back with Mr. Eric Tullpo, podcaster extraordinaire.
That's right.
Ed Fanzine.
We call him Ed Fanzine.
That's right. We're going to be back soon, guys. It's Bob Noxious.
Erawk the Sinister. Oh, yeah, bitch.
Coming up for the last act. How about that, man?
Motherfucker.
Loud Fast Shitty, episode 384.
Shitty. We just jumping right the fuck in. This is Loud Fast Shitty with Bob Noxious, Erawk the Sinister, and motherfucking Ed Fancy. What's up? The fuck is up, dude, Eric?
Hey, it's been a while, man. I
Long
don't
time.
recall. Well, look at that.
What's up, Eric Tullpo? What's up, my man?
What's up, Bob? Erawk?
It's been a long time, man.
Yeah, it's been a long time. I think we successfully went off the air together almost. I think I was off the air a couple months before you guys, but
it wasn't
you
a
know.
conscious decision. I'll tell you that when we went off
Yeah.
the air, quote unquote. I mean, it's just one of those things that we did or did not do.
yeah, well, it just got to be too much, man. It wore me out, and then a couple people died, and it was just like trying to take a break, you know.
I understand.
That's hard time news right there for sure.
It definitely took a toll. Things were just the time frame, you know. Shit just fucking. Sometimes you just got to put it on pause, you know, and come back to it.
Absolutely.
You know.
Cheers, guys.
Yeah,
By
cheers
the way,
to you.
haven't seen you guys in forever. Bob, I seen you at Adolescence. So,
Yeah, well, yes, we did. The Adolescents, that was an interesting show. We went and saw the Adolescents, as they're currently known as the Adolescents, Casey Royer, and what was Homeboy's name? I forgot. I'm forgetting now.
Rick Agnew.
Yeah,
and,
Rick Agnew, for sure. I did a split 7-inch with Rick Agnew with Chris Bear's band.
Chris
Yeah.
Bear. Yeah.
So, man, it's been a while, man. You know, you and I and Erawk, we all go way back from, it's been several years, 5, 6 at least. You are a concert promoter, a podcaster, a lover of music.
Yeah, these days I'm just a lover of music. I'm still enjoying buying music. I think the latest thing I got was from a band in Poland called Morons. I think they're on Slovenia. What is it? Slovenia Records. But go ahead and check them out. They're on Bandcamp. Svetlanas came out with a new release, Disco Sucks. I've yet to play it because I got it from Germany, and I'm doing a quarantine on anything that comes into the house. You know.
I got to tell you something, Eric. You know, so you sent me some links with a lot of cool information and stuff, and you know, so I'm afraid if we play the Svetlanas that we're going to get some kind of copyright infringement notice that we're going to have to shut it down.
I get it. You know, I was thinking about that when I was watching the show earlier, and you know, I don't know how they do this, but I mean, one, I guess you could you use live music?
Say it again.
Could you use live music as opposed to a studio recording? I mean,
I think that's what it is. I think that the bots recognize algorithms and wavelengths of sound recordings. So I think that when there's something recognized as an official release,
though. I mean, if it's we got hit by Warner, which is what Time Warner. So
but let's be real about it. We just had RW from Riverside Odds on,
right?
And I mean, literally, we're talking with the guy who created the music, and we got shut down.
Yeah.
Probably 15 seconds
but
into
venues,
like the first riff. You know,
venues get hit. They get hit.
Right. So
right. Cover bands.
All that.
Cover bands. You know.
Yeah.
That's real shit happens. They step in and sue motherfuckers.
I got to be honest, you know, 2 years went by where we didn't have an episode, and towards the end, as technology got more advanced and we were able to, you know, add video to what was a podcast, which used to be just an audio-only thing, but wow, everybody's consuming all this information and knowledge over video now, so we tried to include that, and, you know, we had the actual artists themselves live on the phone. He said, "Good luck playing it. You should probably be able to play that one, no problem."
It's
and we got shut straight down. Yeah,
I think turning it to anything that's ASCAP is going to give us problems.
And hey, I get it. Intellectual property artists who want to make the money that they, you know, I totally fucking get it.
Well, let me interrupt you real quick. I mean, both you guys have done time on a real radio station to where you have to, at the end of the night, you have to write down the songs and pass it on to the station manager or whatever, and then she cuts out the check or however that works. I mean, have you done that before?
Done what? Where we cut checks to people? No.
When you do a song list, you're supposed to write down all the names of the songs and the artists when you play lists. So, like, you pass your song list on to the station manager, and then that station manager says, "Well, I played this song, this song, this song." So you play.
I know what you're saying. Like, on WNF, there was times I'd never do it, but like Elder would, he would send our set list, and it would go back to where labels would see what we play and everything. Yeah, and I've had many labels, you know, want to see that so that we played their fucking song that they were asking us to play. Yeah, so,
right, and you want to get the 0.1 cent on for every play they get. I mean, I guess it's kind of like what they're dealing with Spotify or I haven't kept up with it. Everybody wants their .002. So Pandora's playing Circle Jerks and Off. You know, the members of that band get at the end of the year they get a check or quarterly. I don't know. You guys would know better than I would.
Same thing on YouTube. You know, you play a band and they'll monetize it where they'll make something every time you play it to allow you to use it, their song. That's YouTube right there.
Well, how does that work, Eric, at a community radio station?
Well, I get away with whatever the fuck I want to play. I mean, I guess if they had a problem with something, maybe they probably could. But I get away with, I do whatever the fuck I want. I play, you know, from the music that's coming out, the music that's sent to us, we do what we want. I mean, I've never, other than the only thing we have to worry about is being attacked by the FCC, you know, just, you know, profanity or, you know, to a point where it's, you know, they're offended and they're pissed off, you know, want to find
us. Has it gotten better now? Has it gotten better? Say than like you've been on that station for like over 10 years. Has it gotten better as far as like because on broadcast TV now, you know, after a certain, you know, you're allowed to say shit X amount of times after 10 o'clock. I think you can use fuck once.
Yeah, well, what it is in that time frame because we do a 1 to 4 in the morning show. FCC is a little bit more lenient the station probably not happy if we abuse it, but you can get away with a little bit of here and there. We can't personally on the microphone as a DJ cuss, but music-wise. But what I would do is I would censor a lot of it and let some go by, you know? Censor, let some go by. Just kind of a balance, you know?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I think I fuck them, you know? There's many motherfuckers that, you know, we all hate censorship. And so I have to kind of find a balance, you know, between it. Because, I think it's every 2 minutes between a fuck or something.
2 minutes per fuck. That's about average.
You can't be like, fuck, you know, it has to be spread out.
Right.
Get away with it.
Do you guys have one of those watches that like that you can like track your movement and your calories and all that kind of stuff, and it tells you how much exercise that you've done in a day? How many of you guys have worn one of those while you've had sex with your lady, and you've gotten like 0 minutes of exercise? That's happened to you guys,
That's
right?
That's a fucking YouTube.
I don't have one yet, man. I don't have one. I want one for my blood pressure, and if I'm about to have a stroke or something. You know, I understand that they can tell you that. You know, it's on my to-do list. But, you know, you're about to have an aneurysm. Better go to the hospital.
How you holding up over there, man, with this whole fucking virus and pandemic going on? You doing all right, man? Your family?
I've been sick. I've been kind of on self-quarantine. I'm pretty sure it's allergies. I dealt with it every year.
Allergies been a motherfucker.
And it just started, you know, I was looking forward to allergy season ending here in about, 3 weeks, 4 weeks. And it's like, lo and behold, it hits when they start talking about the Carno, and it was on St. Patty's Day.
Yeah.
And it just got progressively worse, a little drip and stuff. And then I've got this cough. And the next thing you know, for the last 4 or 5 days, I've just been a big phlegm ball. I just can't believe that much phlegm is in the human body, It's just like, I got another lunger.
Allergies and sinus infections and just sinus.
Oh, thank God I didn't get
I got a white car. It's turning green. It's fucking, what the fuck, huh?
Yeah. Who wants to clean a car every fucking day if you're not in your garage?
Fucking boogers every day. Can't breathe. Yeah.
I got to tell you, Eric, so I've had allergies all my life. I know what the symptoms are, and I found myself Googling, symptoms of the coronavirus, which easily, we all want to go through the WebMD type stuff, and you self-diagnose yourself to a death sentence. But realistically, I've had allergies all my life, and, it's systematic every year. This is the time that it's happening, so you feel guilty when you're trying to buy some toilet paper at your grocery store because all of a sudden, you cough, or maybe you had too big of a bong rip, and you're coughing for that reason, and you haven't shaken it. Here's what I'm hanging my head on, and this is what I do every morning as we're quarantined, right? You're quarantined, I'm quarantined, Erawk's over here breaking the fucking law.
He's essential, man. He's essential. He's essential.
Breaking the law.
Does that mean that we're an essential podcast? That's what we are right now.
Yeah,
dude.
we're providing a service.
Dude, thank you. We're providing a service to America.
Punk rock in jibber jabber.
Well, I think at times like this, man, you got to keep everybody's mind off shit.
Yeah.
I mean, it's great talking about this stuff, but it's like flip it over to the B side. Let's move on. Let's what can you do that you can only beat off so much?
It's been 2 fucking years since Loudfast Shitty. 2 years. We're due.
2 years since Erawk beat himself off.
We're due for this. And we got Eric back. I mean, this is like fucking family reunion and shit. What the fuck?
Man.
It's been a while, man.
I can remember the first year I had you on. It was like my first year, and you guys came over, and I think we were putting a lot down. Back then I used to drink a lot. I had to calm my nerves down because I got the jitters. Oh, am I going to get it on time? I got these people lined up and stuff. And, you guys came over, and it kind of you made things a little bit easier,
Yeah.
You guys have the soothing effect. I don't know if it's like the salt and pepper effect, You guys come over, and it's just like, Jesus, man. You made me feel a little bit calmer, and it's going to be all right.
Well, I'm glad, man. I'm glad. Hey, real quick, remember that motherfucker that came up to your door? and Brandon was there, like lost. He didn't know where the fuck he was going.
It's just like an episode of that Netflix show with the tigers
I got
and
that
shit.
picture and I made like a meme out of it. Like some guy, just random old guy, didn't know where the fuck he was at. He showed up the door trying to come in. Eric's like, man, you don't live here. Get the fuck out.
Yeah. No, remember I took him over to the neighbors and their lights came on, and I said, hey, do you know you're home? And he goes knocking on the door, and this lady comes out screaming. She doesn't know the hell he is. Yeah, he looks just like he was out of Walking Dead. And then he just starts going to side street, walking one side to the other, and then the cops pulled him over. He scared the shit out of this
Yeah,
broad.
I remember. Oh man, that's a moment in time there. There's a picture for that. That guy standing at the door, and I made a meme out of it.
he looked so pasty and shit. He was probably on
That
the
shit
age.
was fucking funny. What do you want to do? Come in your house and lay on your bed or something? You wanted to go to bed, didn't he?
Yeah.
What did he say to you?
Let me in. Let me in. Who the fuck are you?
Bob, you were there.
I know.
You were fucking probably
I selectively forgot
drunk.
that shit.
Well, now this area, I'm in the same place, and now this area, I was out there watching the show out in the truck, and it's like Walking Dead. The only people who are out right now are junkies and dealers.
Hey, so Eric, I was talking with you earlier in the week, in the day, whenever the fuck it was. I've lost my track of time.
It just doesn't feel like a Friday night.
Yeah.
Two things. Number one, you're always in your truck, and number two, why the fuck are you wearing clothes right now? Because I thought you were on some kind of thing where you're going to be like not wearing clothes since you're quarantined.
Yeah, well, I was gonna kind of do like that thing where.
Hey, Eric, keep your clothes on, man. It's okay, bro. I don't know about Bob, what's going on with him, but
what's going on?
Well, so hold on. So,
I've been working out,
Bob's getting his wish. Bob's throwing dollars at you. He's throwing money at
it's
you.
a virtual dollar bill, dollar
I
bill, y'all.
was gonna say, hey, it's really hot out there, and Bob, I understand. Did you want to dance?
You want to dance with the devil in the pale moonlight?
I'm blinded by the light, man.
Blinded by the light.
I don't even know
Revved
what to
up
say.
like a doof.
Well, it was. There was a time when this place the AC broke one time during a show, and it was so hot.
It's
man.
fucking hot over here. We got like
I'm
fucking
telling you.
fans.
But with this quarantine, we're supposed to have no clothes. It's easier on your laundry. You're going to save money. I mean, you're not getting so much germs. You're not carrying the germs on your clothes, right?
So, Eric, let's try to keep things positive here, okay? So, we're looking for the positives, nothing but the positives. In chat room, I invite you to please chime in. What are the positives that we're taking away from the quarantine? For Eric, he's not doing laundry. He's saving money. He's saving on his water bill, his electric bill, his laundry bill in general. What are you saving on, chat room? And then Eric, what else are you saving on, man? Are you saving on some food or,
Yeah, I'm going to start self-bottling my own water with Largo's hard water. I'm going to just save all my plastic bottles, and I'm going to start rebottling it. What I also do is when I take a shower, I suck up the water, I plug it up, and I put it in the back of the toilet tank.
I bought him up some Mountain Dews over here. You want some Mountain Dew? Fresh squeeze.
Sometimes, this is like a hurricane drill, wouldn't you say? But without the storm.
Yeah. Don't drink the yellow water. Don't eat the fucking yellow snow.
We're going on 2 weeks right now, right? Is this like 2 weeks we've gone through this so far?
Yeah, some shit.
So, I asked my girlfriend this about a week ago, and I said, where do you think we're going to be at in a week? Eric, where do you think we're going to be at in the next week as music lovers? Forget all the bullshit with coronavirus. Where do you think we're going to be at as a music lover?
I think people are going to find new ways by next week to put out different ways of music. I don't know if you're going to get a chance to play it tonight, but I think I sent you a track by a particular band, and I don't think it's been played on the air or anything.
It's not copywritten, is it? Because that seems to be a problem.
It hasn't even. It's Dave of MDC, and it's got the slide guitar. I don't know if you heard it. It's kind of like a ballad. It kind of reminds me of some old Vandals or something, Mohawk Town or something. But it's got some slides. It's kind of bluesy. I liked it. He asked me since I was going to be on your show if we could get it played tonight. That'd be really awesome. But that's your call if you got time. Maybe next week's.
Did you send that to me in the Facebook chat we had?
I believe so. You'll probably have to download it. I didn't say do it right now or anything, but I wanted to remember to tell you to do that because I know you could probably get away with that one.
You've been sending me a lot of stuff, and for that I appreciate it. There's some fantastic stuff I've already played, and we'll continue to play tonight. Great advertisements, PSAs, good stuff. That's good information. So, if I missed it, first of all, keep that information coming, and I will keep.
My pleasure, man. My pleasure.
We gonna play some music. You want to play some music?
You want to play some music? All right. So, So here's the deal, Eric. I had a whole playlist set up, but I can't really play a lot of it because I keep getting cut off with this fucking copyright violation thing.
Keep this rolling, and then maybe at the end of this, you could play it, and if it doesn't work, call it a day.
Well, all right. I mean, I don't want to do that, but let's
play some local stuff.
Let's see what we have here first. Hold on.
Sure.
Let me check the list.
I'm not a station manager by all means, and I'm not trying to tell you how to do your job.
Well, if it's ASCAP, then it's big label stuff for fuck.
All right. So, Eric, you sent me something that was copywritten 2016. I actually dug the song. I'm going to try to play it, and I'm telling all of our listeners right now, if we get cut off, I guarantee you we will come back to close out the show.
Right.
So, that being said, this is Blood Clot. The song's called Up in Arms. This is some New York City hardcore. This is what it's fucking all about, man. The song needs to be fucking heard. It really does, man. It's fucking badass shit. It's a couple years old, but, I don't give a shit. I dig it. I know Erawk's gonna dig it.
Let's fucking do it. Let's do it.
Good gym music. Turn it up.
Fucking hardcore.
All right, man. So, Eric, stay on the line. If we get disconnected, you'll know what to do. All right?
You got it.
All right.
Stay tuned.
Bob Noxious, Erawk the Sinister, and we're hanging out with Ed Fanzine. Eric Tullpo in the studio, man. How you doing?
Good. Thanks for having me on.
Hey, for sure. And, I feel like I have to give you some kind of like an applause. How about this? Hey, all right, man. All right. You probably didn't hear that shit, but whatever.
Right on. You guys always have had a lot of pre-recorded stuff. That's always awesome. I'd like to have a soundboard or something. Be able to do drops like that.
That's not true. I mean, only to a certain degree. Yes, we have the drops of all the. We ask every artist that comes through our doors to do a radio drop, a station ID, whatever you call it. Yeah, that's the only thing we do. Everything else is live, man. We don't do pre-recorded podcasts or anything like that. Eric, you used to do a podcast, and that makes you kind of like I don't want to say opinionated, but makes you an authority on the things that you say, the words that come out of your mouth. So, what happened, man? You've been silenced. Where have you been for the last while?
There's a lot of stuff that happened all at once. I wouldn't say it was overwhelming, but I get easily bored. And, between, putting X amount of time into this and juggling relationships and then a new position at work and then other things happen in life that, they're coming, but you're not really ready for them. And when it comes, it's like, I got to cut this out. Do I really need to do this? Health issues.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, not to cut you off, but I don't want to get to specifics. I wasn't singling you out for anything.
Sure. Yeah, right on Senate.
I totally get it. Life happens, man. But, you are a music lover. You enjoy, promoting, spreading the word as a virus, if you will.
as a virus.
What
All right.
What are you doing these days to rectify the love of it all, man?
Deep.
I like to buy a lot of music. I buy more music than I can listen to. I don't know if there's anybody.
So what's what's hot on the playlist of Mr. Eric Tullpo at Fanzine?
Okay, my playlist usually consists of me getting jacked up to the gym. Because I got to be in another state of mind. So I think he tried to play a band earlier out of New York City. But most of my playlist is a New York City playlist of old hardcore bands that have new releases. But anything from Cro-Mags, new Cro-Mags, without John Joseph, I think I got, what's his name, Rocky George.
Fucking Rocky George is the man.
Yeah.
Suicidal Tendencies.
I think that whole lineup he's got on the latest release is like an all-star band, that being Harley Flanagan. But then Blood Clot comes around. They were a couple of years ago, which you played earlier. And the late Paul Youth, I mean, where they have the drummer from Danzig and Wasted Youth in there. And then the bass player was Nick from the Dwarves and Svetlana's Nick Oliveri. That was like an all-star band. And then in recording, it's just so tight. I mean, it's just like, geez, this is new fucking intense hardcore, and I look for anything like that. Like Fireburn was another great band that is kind of like a modern version of Bad Brains. And they had 2 releases. And then the late Paul Youth was juggling between that and Blood Clot and probably a couple other projects. I think they did a reunion for, what the hell? I got a sticker right here. Warzone. And without, the hazelnut spread. Oh, that's a beer.
That's what he
That's like a fucking Nutella, bro. It's like a Nutella in a fucking 12-ounce can.
Wow.
Him and the Tiger King got some hazelnut spread going
How
on.
much sugar's in that thing?
I don't look at that kind of shit, man. I'm not concerned about that.
Yeah, if I'm going to tell somebody to go get some recent releases, those are probably like 3 bands. The Harley Flanagan solo stuff is pretty good, the Harley's War. But I like my shit fucking hard like that and intense. It gets me really going in the gym. I make a playlist, and it's a good 2.5-hour playlist, so it doesn't get too old.
Oh, of course, hell yeah. When you're in the gym, man, you got to have the right music that fits you to get you going, to get you in.
Yeah, I hear some of the music people listen to in the gym, and it's like, how do you get into a workout? I mean, I like to fucking have it intense. I want to have my heart rate about 150, 160, pouring sweat, veins popping out of my skin, sick-ass pumps, and just all I'm thinking about is fucking getting big.
Fucking hardcore and metal, heavy shit's good, man.
Hey, Eric, let me ask you this. I mean, I go to the gym. I'm an elder gentleman, if you will. I'm in my 50s now. It's kind of weird to say that, but nonetheless, I found myself like trying to become physically fit. And I know that you're an advocate of being physically fit, but you want to bulk up. What are you doing with this coronavirus to work out? I mean, did you buy yourself a home gym? What are you doing differently as a result of today's world surroundings?
I saw this coming, Bob. I saw this coming like 3 weeks ago. And I went online and I started looking at stuff. I started putting things in carts, dumbbells, barbells. I was looking at a squat cage. I was like, I got to have some cardio. I don't know where this is going, far that goes. So I had all the stuff lined up, and I said, let's just see where this is going. I said, I got to go to the gym. So I went to the gym once, about 3 weeks ago. Then after that, I looked at how everybody was in there. I wanted to see if anybody was doing a 6-foot rule, because they were talking about it. And
that's weird, though, man, because I was in the liquor store today, not to cut you off, but I want to tell you something. Sure. The 6-foot rule, it's a weird fucking dance that we do now, man. It's like, when you're walking through stores, it's just like, hey, what are you doing? All right, you're going that way, I'm going this way. But go ahead.
I hate it, man. I hate that. I had a deal with Publix. Fucking bitch puts her cart on one side, they got a display rack on the other, and she's bent over with her Carno mask on and her cheap-ass plastic gloves with her big ass sticking in my face. And it's like, You know, I'm 6 feet away, mind you, but it's like, you know, I don't want to be a dick and say, excuse me, but I just give them this looks. I mean, there's some people, it's like, seriously, you know, there's got to be an etiquette. Do we have to have little segments like that's one to grow on an NBC every 15 seconds on a commercial and tell you how to react?
People in the grocery store are on their own they're on their own time. They don't even give a fuck about anybody or what the fuck's going on half the time there.
Well, it's nice to have a cough. If you have a cough, you can get people to move.
Yeah.
But,
hey, when a cop pulls you over, coronavirus.
I'm not saying purposely do it. I mean, I legitimately have a cough.
I heard you got arrested for doing some shit like coughing on somebody and said they had a coronavirus, but you just got to remind motherfuckers, hey, 6 foot rule, motherfuckers, 6 feet.
So back to what you were
6 foot rules in effect, man, right here, man.
I bought a home gym. I went ahead, and a week later, I knew the gyms were going to close. I started hearing about it, and I bought a home gym, all the stuff, but half the shit I had in my cart the week before was gone. So all the cheap weights were gone, and I had to buy these rubber bumper plates, you know, for the 45s, which are like $80 a piece, whereas the stuff I had in my cart before.
I was talking with you earlier in the week, and I was telling you about how we had ordered some stuff, some weights to come, and they sent the wrong weights. I forget what you called it. I think you called it Olympic, but it's like the big giant hole versus the small hole. And the stuff that we had is like the big giant hole. They sent us the small hole shit. And I mean, and now that the mistake's been made, we're trying to just get some equipment because our gym is closed.
Sure.
And it's the wrong shit. So yeah, they were quick to come pick it up, but we can't get our shit until 3 weeks now down the line.
If you get it, they don't substitute it out. There's a lot of price hiking going on too. People saw this before when it came, and then they started jacking the shit up. And you can't really call it. It's not like an essential thing like toilet paper or water. So I don't think there's anything that's wrong against it.
Yeah, but
top dollar.
The motherfuckers are out there trying to sell this shit and trying to take it back, and they won't take it back. Like it's like fuck you. You bought all that toilet paper. You keep that toilet paper and shove it up your fucking ass. You sit on it.
Well, I tell you, when this is all over, you're gonna see more fucking trees teepeed in celebration. It's gonna be like Wall Street with the ticker tape. It's gonna be toilet paper everywhere. You'll probably see some used stuff too, but
there's people out there that got enough toilet paper right now they'll be wiping their ass next year with it.
I found some toilet paper today, by the way. Hey, I wanted to ask this so we can ask this of the chat room, which is it's kind of dwindling down now at this point. It's getting late, almost midnight and whatnot.
Sorry, I'm bored.
Hey, so I don't know if you've run out of toilet paper yet, Eric, but what is the what have you used to wipe your ass that's not toilet paper?
Well, if we don't call the fancy wet ones, because we are older, sometimes when we were younger, we didn't have good diets, so we have to be a little sensitive. But
Taco Bell, whatnot. I understand. Yes.
I thought this ahead, man. I thought ahead of this, and I bought a shower head with the long hose on it. Because I was like, man, I'm going to have to wash this dog. I just got a dog a couple months ago, and he still hasn't had a bath. He stinks. I was like, man, I got to get one of those long hoses because they're going to be sitting there holding this thing, spraying them down in the tub, and I'm not taking them outside using the cold water. I want to have them lukewarm, And that thing is great, man. Just like the water pick, the old school water pick. Wash your ass. Good to go. Just dry it out with it,
What you doing over there? Washing my ass.
You don't have to get in the tub. You can hang your ass over the edge. Just
dingleberries out.
So, Eric, as we wrap shit up for the night, man, we always ask everybody to do a radio station ID for us. We're not essential. I mean, I guess are we essential? We're essential. But
you're providing a service to the people.
As an essential service to the world, to America, we need a radio ID from you. Pick and choose whatever it is that is your soapbox that you stand on at the moment, and tell us that you're Erawk Tullpo. You're listening to LFS.com. That's all I need to know.
All right, here we go.
All right, here we go.
Hi, this is Ed Fanzine, a.k.a. Eric Tullpo. You're listening to the mothership of punk podcasts. Loud, fast, and shitty. Get fucked.
That's right.
I fucking love it, dude. That is fucking perfect. You know us. You love us. We're going to be having lots of conversations, man. We're all locked in at this point, man. Like I said, Erawk's breaking the law just to fucking be here.
Breaking the law. I have a backup plan for him. I have a backup plan. You know what I mean? Gotta have a backup.
I think I figured out the Skype.
That's what I'm saying.
We're going to talk some tech talk, right now. I think I figured out the Skype. And, maybe we make this a nightly thing. Maybe it's every other night, but I think we make ourselves known and we just fucking come out here and we just keep fucking broadcasting.
I got a question for Erawk. Erawk, are you still in the restaurant industry?
Somewhat, yeah. Not as much as I used to. Things have changed.
Okay, I was just curious. I've been out of it for a couple of years, and I had no idea. I mean, I hear of places staying open and doing takeout, but I imagine everybody's times are tough. If you can afford to eat out, it's a luxury. And I didn't know if you were slinging food or anything, and just curious. I was concerned genuinely.
Oh yeah, no. I mean, what I'm doing is holding out so far, but it is slow. Everybody's staying home. Businesses are shut down, so. Hopefully,
it's gonna be like gangbusters when you open up again. I mean, everybody's gonna want to go out to eat. Everybody's gonna have cabin fever. It's just like you guys were talking about music. There's gonna be more shows to shake a stick at than you can go to. I mean, Jesus, everything is gonna be overwhelmed. Free toilet paper,
Yeah, I mean it's fucked up right now, but unfortunately, I'm happy. I'm still fucking getting by a little bit. But hopefully, the stimulus and some of that shit will help us out in the long run.
Give me my money.
Yeah, now, do you know if this is going to come out of next year's taxes, the stimulus?
I'm sure they're going to get it
somewhere.
somewhere.
You know what? We spoke with Bradley earlier tonight. Bradley Sugarman, bassist extraordinaire, Mosquito Teeth, Silver Alert. Taxes to 30% of my friend, tax consultant. He will tell you the answer to that. I don't know the fucking answer to that. How about that?
Well, Brad
Sugarman is, hey, they're always gonna fuck you. You know it. They fuck you here, they fuck you there. Hey, we'll give you this now. Next year, we'll get it right up in you.
Yeah.
The government's all about fucking us. You know that. No Vaseline all the time, as many times as they can.
Well, everybody thinks it's so-and-so friends. So.
Government has been doing it forever, and it will continue. Hey, you take it, you like it. Government.
Absolutely.
All right, E.T., fucking love you, brother. We're going to fucking try to reach out to one more unintended band for tonight, The Curse. We're going to reach out to those folks and see if we can't have a quick conversation. Dude, love you. We're going to have many conversations over the course of our quarantine. Be safe.
You as well. You and your families. Be careful, man.
Thanks, man.
Don't do stupid shit.
Hey.
Fuck the coronavirus, man.
And fuck the coronavirus, dude. You know what? You're better
than that. Keep yourself amused.
Keep yourself amused.
Stay sanitized, man. Stay clean and sanitized.
All right. LFS takes the break. We'll be right back with The Curse.
Stay sanitized.
Supposedly.
And I cupped in my hand. Great.
All right, man.
So Hello. Here we are. We're back. We're live. It's Loud, Fast, Shitty, number 384. Bob Noxious here with
Erawk the Sinister.
And we have right here on the phone
The Curse.
Right here from our own
Tara
backyard.
the Terrible.
Tara and Johnny are from their home in hibernation.
Would you say Johnny Art? He said Art. What's up, Johnny and Tara? What is up? I fucked Bob all up. See how I did that? Shut him down.
Wait. Do it. Dragon's milk.
Hell yeah. That's some fucking Game of Thrones shit there.
So because it's just Erawk and I'm trying to be quick and like add the bottom thirds down too of what we're looking at.
Call us. Somebody tried to call us, but I told them to fuck off. All right. I am drinking.
On what, Skype?
No, just regular call. I don't know.
That's weird.
I told them I was about to be on your show, so they should know better.
Hey, Bob, have you ever had the dragon's milk? It's delicious.
Yes, I have. That's like kind of like a white stout, I believe. I have a couple cans of that in my cooler. It's down in there for sure, but it's in a can version. Yeah, I've had it, man. And Johnny, I tell you what, these fucking beers are tremendous.
It's amazing.
Every fucking day that we have an essential business labeled ABC alcohol or whatever the fuck it's called, or Total Wine or whatever, I'm always going down there and I'm buying as much liquor and alcohol as I possibly can because I'm in it for the long run, man. I'm here to fucking hibernate and just hang at the house, podcast, do dumb shit, and get wasted.
I can't remember the name of the store right now, but I think it's like Nick's, Quick Nick's. Okay.
Where's this at, Tara?
It's right on the border of Dunedin and Clearwater. Okay, and they sell bells, and I buy it all the time. That is like sex in your mouth. If you like
sex in your mouth,
chocolate ice cream,
if you like sex in your mouth, this is the fucking drink for you.
Exactly.
I feel like we should be getting paid, you and I, like a lot of money right now. If you like sex in your mouth, drink Bell Cow. J. Drub's Brewery.
Yeah. And go to Quick Nick's because they make the best Cuban sandwiches around in the Pinellas area.
Right. So, as a band, you guys are from Pinellas County, Florida. The Curse. Tell me about The Curse. You guys are married as a couple. But how did the band form? Were you guys a band first, or did you evolve as a couple?
Well, I met him when I was homeless on his birthday, actually.
This is always a good start of a great story. Go ahead.
At 662.
I was shit-faced on Jameson.
And so what had happened was I was staying at somebody's house, and they were trying to be inappropriate with me. So I convinced them to just drop me off in downtown St. Pete, because I was like, you know what? I know enough people down there. I'll figure it out. After my previous divorce, I was, going through some stuff. So I got dropped off in downtown St. Pete. I went to Bangkok 9. Amazing place. Where a former boyfriend of mine worked, but he wasn't there that night. But a good friend of mine who had worked with me was there. And he gave me some food, and then he took me to 662. And then I met John on his birthday, and he was super drunk. But I was like totally like I was walking past him like.
So I have to tell you that I've been in a relationship similar to yours where I shared my birthday with an anniversary. So I have to ask you two as a couple, which takes precedence? Do you guys celebrate John's birthday, or do you celebrate your anniversary on that particular day?
Oh, no. Our anniversary is not when we met, okay? Because our anniversary, we were just fucking for a while.
It's complicated, right?
So our anniversary is actually Halloween. That's when I asked him to be my boyfriend, because I broke up with all of my girlfriends.
Let me ask you this. When you ask someone to be your boyfriend, does that mean that you're Facebook official, or what does that mean?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Okay, so there's no such thing as engagement
I was
rings
dating.
anymore.
I was dating like 2 girls and a guy.
Okay,
and I was
hey, no judgment here. I tell you that right now.
And I was like, I want to be official with this guy. So, you know, I broke up with all of them, and then asked him to be my boyfriend. Asked him. I was trying to get it charging again.
I will say that I knew Johnny before I knew you. So life is good, and I'm happy for you both. So awesome. You guys got married. I mean, how long did it take from when you first got married? Hold on. I have to think how I asked this question. You guys met. You became a band and you got married, or was it did you get married and become a band? What is the order of operations?
Well, our first band together was Scumbag Billionaires. And that was with Josie Gallows and her fiance, Chase. And then we had two different bassists.
Bill Ingram.
Bill Ingram. And then Steven. I can't remember his last name. But anyway. And that was
a very
the thing.
important,
and
integral part of the band, I'm sure.
Right? Well, anyway, I mean, he was a bassist.
Fucking bass player.
You hear that, Bradley?
Actually, Bradley is the best bass player I've ever seen. He actually makes bass players worth it. But anyway,
No disrespect, Erawk, I swear.
Yeah. So Scummy B was Johnny and I's first band together. But Josie had ideas about where she wanted to take the music. And then when Johnny wrote the whole song to Walmaushwitz as far as the music, the drums, the bass, the guitar. You know, he sat down and went all Trent Reznor about it, right? And then I hadn't written personally in a few years. It's hard for me to write lyrics. I'm a very fucking emotional person, and every lyric I write needs to relate to something that means something to me. So I was very upset about the border situation and about women and children being ripped apart from each other. And so Johnny actually went and wrote this entire song and then essentially forced me to write Walmaushwitz. So and
that's a harsh way of putting things. How does he force you to do that?
I mean, forced in the, like, you know, you want this. Like, I mean, it was almost like a Bill Cosby situation.
That's another situation entirely. Hold on. Okay, Bill Cosby situation.
Like, I wrote this for you. Pudding. But no, for real, though. He wrote all the music, and he did an amazing job, and I was inspired, and I actually wrote lyrics that I had been, you know, just randomly spurting out, but couldn't put them on paper. And he helped me break out of that shell, you know, and helped me write that fucking song. But Scumbag Billionaires didn't want to do that song. So we ended Scumbag Billionaires.
You guys are obviously awesome together. He took half your name, you took half his name. How does that work out?
It's amazing.
Well, her name is the Black in French, and then like I don't know what my name means in Greek, but it means something stupid. So it's just the Black Dritzes.
I mean, yeah, my last name is Lenoir, so not to sound pretentious, but that's what it is.
It sounds fancy for sure. You know,
it means the black. So.
All right, so look, you know, we're all in quarantine. What are you guys doing with your family together, gathered in quarantine? How are you guys coping with life?
Well, it's tough, you know. I mean, we have 4 kids together. So
Eeny, Meeny, Money, and Mo for sure are good to go. But how are you guys able to like do that? Do you work from home on your laptop while having to like have your children go to school? Or you being a teacher?
So far away.
How does that all work out?
Like I have, I told my work I wasn't going in because I went in last Monday. And
you're so far away, nobody can hear you.
I went in last Monday.
We hear him fine. He's fine.
See, I went in last Monday, and not this past, actually 2 Mondays ago. And like I was, because she has a compromised immune system due to having MS, and she has a history of respiratory issues. So I went into work, and this is after everything started blowing up and everything, and like they're telling people to social distance. Like, and I work in a call center, and they made no precautions at all. Everybody's still elbow to elbow. All they did was put up some hand sanitizer stations. And I'm like, I can't fucking be here. So I was like, look, I'm not gonna be here. I can't do it. If that means I quit, then I quit. But
you essentially strike.
I'm not gonna do it. I'm just not gonna do it. And they said, well, instead of quitting, how about you just self-quarantine, and we'll see how it goes after that.
Right.
The 15 days of that. So I've been doing Uber Eats to make a little bit of money. Sure. And just dropping off
for our
food.
groceries.
Just dropping off food. Most people just have me leave it at their doorstep anyway, so I don't have to interact with anybody. I'm trying to not interact with anybody.
I'll drop it at your doorstep. Have a nice night. Thank you.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, since I quit doing Uber before, and because when I, when I was doing Uber, you were doing it too. Like back when they didn't have the tip option in the app, now I'm making a fuck ton of tips now. Like, it's like I only have maybe 1 or 2 people that don't tip, although I'm not driving people because I don't want people in my car. So I'm just doing Uber Eats, and I get, I might do like 15 to 20 deliveries in a day, and I might have 1 or 2 people that don't tip, so that's pretty dope.
But what's the biggest tip that you got?
I got the other day I got a $20 tip. I was like, fucking sweet.
Nice. So I used to deliver pizzas years ago, and 15 to 20 deliveries a day is pretty much humping for at least 8 hours for sure. And you're wearing yourself out, your car out, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, man. It's got to be a buyer's market, I guess. For.
Well, he's doing it for us. I can't respect the fact enough that my husband is going out and risking his health to try and support our family. And he takes all the precautions. He wears a mask, he wears gloves, he has hand sanitizer. He has alcohol wipes. When he comes home, I make him strip all his clothes, throw them in the washer, take a shower, But he's doing that. He's
Johnny,
working
strip off
8
your clothes.
to 12.
It's time to get naked.
8 to 10.
Yeah, I know how that goes. I really do.
I'm just saying,
Get those
though,
filthy clothes off of you.
They got the roadies. They got the roadies. But, I respect so much my husband doing what he's doing, and he's in way less danger doing Uber Eats than he was for Spectrum. And you know what? Spectrum wants all this good fucking publicity because it's doing free internet for people. But fuck Spectrum. Fuck Charter Communications. Fuck their CEO. They're saying, hey, we think that home workers don't actually work, so we're not going to do homework. And we would rather people be elbow to elbow in fucking cubicles than let people work from home. John has been there for 4 years. He has 5 years. He has been a lead performer. He has multiple shirts and all this bullshit corporate nonsense. And he's like, dude, I can't come in there. But they want to treat him like he's fucking just not trying to work.
Was it last Friday? So like a week ago, the CEO, just leave it alone. Don't touch it. Just leave it right there. It's fine.
It's fine.
The CEO sent out an email last Friday, finally, stating that they were going to give us 3 weeks worth of PTO for any COVID-related anything. So I'm going to be getting paid. Although I've got like a week that I need to call them and tell them to add on there, but it's already passed. But they've pretty much put me until April 10th right now, and they're starting to look into doing work from home because they've just hemorrhaged so many employees that refuse to come in that it's kind of forcing them to look at it now.
So, Johnny, I have a question for you. You and I are both in the IT-related field, and I myself, I'm fortunate enough to be declared essential and I can work from home. But if you're a technician in the field, how are you able to work from home? You're a field technician?
I'm not a technician in the field. I work in the call center, but like the technicians, they've stopped all installs. They're only doing self-installations now. So they're not having techs go into homes. I'm not sure about repair techs right now. And then there's the maintenance techs that they don't interact with customers anyways. But
so are you working from home these days?
no. Right now I'm just doing the Uber Eats thing until they get work at home set up. They haven't got it set up.
So were you a field guy?
No. I was tech support in the call center. In the call center.
Third time you said that.
So I was sitting in a cubicle taking internet repair calls all day.
Bob's a little slow. It's the third time you've said that on the show right now. You've told this fucking guy 3 fucking times over here, and he's still fucking asking, huh? The fuck?
It's the moo cow.
Well, let's talk about this.
Cubicle.
How about let's talk about this? I own a construction business.
All right, there you go.
So,
left field. That's
as
awesome,
the owner
actually.
of a construction business, how's life? I mean, are you able to continue working? Do you have how many folks do you have working for you?
I can't get anywhere. Nobody wants me in their home right now.
So
I do.
When you say home construction, are you building houses? Are you?
No, I do kitchen remodels.
Okay.
Cabinets and stuff.
Yeah, I mean,
I do carpentry mostly, custom carpentry, and then I do some handyman stuff. But I mean, like, I don't like to do that, but I'll do it for friends or friends of family members or friends of friends, whatever, you know.
Yeah.
Like I do roof jobs if I have to, but I don't like to do it, you know. But I'm a carpenter, and
unfortunately, unless you have somebody who's like rich backing you, you know, you're probably out of work at the moment. Like a lot of people who
I am completely out of work.
Yes, and you know, it's horrible. I'm hoping that we can all get over this like quickly. So it's fucking scary, man. It's fucking stupid, weird, you know. I just want to play a show.
No, it's really rough. Like I'm saying, like, okay, so you want to talk about kids, right? Okay. So now my 2 kids are home, and I'm homeschooling.
Everybody's homeschooling.
Well, I mean, this is something I would have been okay with. If it was actual homeschooling, you know. But now it's like this weird e-learning, and we're going to change everything every fucking 5 minutes. And now we want you to do Zoom conferences. Like, and then they want my kindergartner, who doesn't know how to read yet, to do assignments where it doesn't read it to her. So that means that I have to sit with her the whole time. And then my son, who's in 3rd grade, 4th grade, almost, has to deal with me trying to help her. It's a fucking mess.
That's like the worst possible scenario. You know, you're being asked to work from home because of a bad situation, and because of that bad situation, your kids have to also school from home, and it's just like that's amazing. And fortunately, I'm happy that you have Johnny, and you guys, I'm sure, work well together. But that is, you know, in me, I'm a parent of a child who's in 9th grade and 12th grade right now, and it's for sure tough on them, and it's a challenge for sure.
And listen, I'm not trying to be an asshole to teachers. I actually got shit on a Facebook post about my stress about this from a couple of my teacher friends, going like, oh, well, you shouldn't be stressed because we're stressed. Like, no. Listen, I love you guys, but this shit's fucking stressful, okay? I am a shared custody parent.
Me too. So, you know.
And I have to make sure that when my kids go back to their dad, that he knows the work they have to do and has the logins and knows what one of the million fucking apps they've decided on.
So you guys are in Pinellas County, right?
Yeah, but my kids are actually Hillsborough.
So, okay, so I'm in Hillsborough, and yeah, we're neighbors across the bay, but our kids are all in Hillsborough. So, yes, you're right. It is. I wasn't aware of any challenges in Pinellas, and that makes sense because, yes, in Hillsborough County, like, you know, is it this app, is it that app? Oh, my God, this one's broken.
At first, they were like, it's iReady and Mayan and SB. And then, oh, no, it's this. Oh, no, it's that. Oh, no, it's this, it's that. It's like, what the fuck?
It's this, it's
okay?
that, it's this and that.
Just what you said right there. I think at this moment we need to listen to some curse. I think we need to hear this fucking song and let that fucking run out for a second.
Do it.
We did. You guys hang out. We'll talk in the backside, and we're gonna play some curse right here. What's this called? Walmart. You give some fucking welcome. What is it?
Walmaushwitz.
Fucking.
Hey, man, I don't know what's going on, man. LFSshitty.com. Whatever.
This is what happens when you're the unscheduled last person at the end of the night.
Surname for Walmart Auschwitz. Do you know right now in our country we have abandoned Walmarts that are being used as internment camps? All these dangerous criminals coming up from the border. Those bad hombres. When really it's women and children escaping tyranny. How you can stand by and be okay with any of this is beyond me. As a mother myself, the thought that
Fuck you, bitches, bitches, shit. Fuck you, Paul Rhino. That's fucking me.
4. Erawk, and the Curse, hanging out on a Friday night, in Tampa Bay. Hey, man, we're just fucking hanging out and getting stupid, man. You guys cool?
We cool.
We're just fucking rocking out, man. Where did you guys record that song at?
My garage.
Yeah, garage.
Like, that's like, well, like, the thing is it's all using my shitty recording equipment that I have in my garage. And then Norval took the
stems.
Well, not stems. It's just the raw audio. Because I can record up to 16 tracks in my garage. Because I got a mobile recording rig that I have. I just don't have good mics.
I got a piss. You sit right here.
Someday, man. I got a bunch of good mics.
What's the wine glass? Did it break? No. Surprisingly. But I've got a mobile recording rig, and it's got an 8-channel interface and an 8-channel ADAT extension with an old, really old, like 10, or like probably like 12, 13-year-old computer that I have, and a rack case in it.
Are you using like an ADAT machine, like the old school?
No. It's just a ADAT extension. It uses the ADAT. It uses the ADAT format.
The communication protocol that makes it, talk to it and shit.
Yeah, it uses the ADAT protocol to communicate through Lightwire, through fiber to the interface. So that way, it's just another 8 preamps. So it's 16-channel preamp, and we use that to record everything just live off the floor. And then I sent it all to Norval. Norval sat there and made it all sound good. So, and then mixed it all and everything. But I mean, he's got his own recording studio and everything, that's where we're actually going to record the album at. But
is that Norval Sound?
Yeah. Yep, Norval Sound. He did the last Car Bomb 7-inch that they just put out not that long ago. He's the one he recorded that for him, and he's recorded a few other bands around here. Was it Broken Things? Their last I think 7-inch they did. He recorded for them. It doesn't. The mastering, the people they used for mastering wasn't as good as the ones that Car Bomb used, though. The people Car Bomb used did a better vinyl mastering for the mix. But
what about that sloppy second shirt you got on? Do you?
I got it at this show from at 662. What was it, like? I don't know, 6 years ago or so.
Yeah, Pigpen played that one.
I remember it, and I was talking with somebody online. No, I was talking with my buddy Joe Bossy.
I got the same shirt.
He's a truck driver, and he was talking about driving from his home in Tennessee to go see Sloppy Seconds. I don't know, somewhere up in Pennsylvania, like this weekend. But obviously shit's canceled because the world's fucking canceled. But he was talking to me about it, and I saw the Sloppy Second shirt. I remembered that shit. So,
yeah,
curious. Yeah, was that 6 years ago? It wasn't 6 years ago. It was more like
5 or 6 years ago, something like that.
Nah,
maybe 4, somewhere between 4 and 6.
The years go. The years go too far together. So, anyway, guys, so as we wrap up Friday night talking shit online. I want to get you guys involved on a show when hopefully we got like a lot more like live listeners. Everyone's passed out now. I mean, we all have nothing to do, but
Eric's
it's
still
fucking
up.
1 a.m. But
Eric's still around.
Yep, for sure. Let's just do something in the future, and we'll I'm not sure how the episodes are gonna roll, but I feel like we have a captive audience, so we're just gonna talk to everybody and kind of figure out where everyone's heads at. Lots of different musicians around the world, country, wherever.
There's so much to talk about. I mean, let's talk about the fact that many people are wanting to rent strike. Let's talk about the fact that we're getting a stimulus check that's barely going to cover just 1 month of our bills. Let's talk about the fact that what happened to the homeless. Let's talk about everything going on right now. I mean, this is a major fucking thing, dude. Dude, we are in the 1920s and we're in 2020. How crazy is that? Okay?
Well, obviously we're gonna have to talk a lot about that some other time because we're kind of run to that point tonight. But we got a lot to talk about.
I think what she's saying is like, as we look ahead. And
there's plenty of shit to talk about.
There's
Definitely.
so much to talk about. There's so much.
We could talk for days and days, no doubt.
For sure, and and we're going to talk not only for days and days, but weeks and months and years for sure. This is unprecedented times. I feel bad because I have a high school senior in my house right now who's graduating high school this year, who her prom is in limbo. It's not officially been canceled, but it's going to happen. Grad bash has already been canceled, but they're pushing it. That they're not officially canceling it, but it's going to happen. And graduation happens, and realistically, the school board has reached out to me, and they're like, if you want to hold your child back, you can. And it's just like, what? Why would you even offer me that? My kid's straight ahead. She's trying to graduate and get some scholarships to go to a college, and it's fucking scary times, man. And I think
it's super weird times. I mean, an entire other conversation is the fact that I spent 10 years as a doula, and I can't offer my services right now.
Why not?
I'm not allowed in hospitals. So right now, as it is in hospitals, there's only one person ever allowed, ever. As in, you choose a person that's going to come to the hospital with you. That is the only person that is allowed to see you.
Well, even right now, they're starting to, they're trying to not let fathers into the fucking births right now.
Exactly.
Because of the virus. They're trying to say that the husbands aren't even allowed in the hospital. In some hospitals.
So much less a doula. And I'm very scared right now for women who are pregnant.
Wait, who's pregnant?
I understand you have to cut it, but these are all things we can talk about. I have lots of things to talk about.
Absolutely. It's 1 a.m. And I'm coming to the part of the road where I got to get home, and I got to fucking hide from the cops.
He's the only guy who's not quarantined right now. You guys,
some people,
we're quarantined. This guy, he's fucking.
Let's just put it like this. I left the Loud Fast Shitty one time, and I was in handcuffs in the back of a cop car leaving this motherfucker.
I think we all been there.
So, but anyway, I definitely have to get home and not get get around the cops and the bullshit and just get home, and it's getting late. So I gotta make that
All
drive.
right. Well, the Curse is very happy to do anything again. Thank you for playing our song. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, we'll plan it out, make it more, start again.
But anyway, the part you cut off is fuck Pence.
They didn't cut that off. They played it.
I didn't hear it.
Because I cut it off there because they were coming back here.
Oh.
Delay.
God damn this delay.
Well, it's been a pleasure, man.
Yep. We'll talk to you, man.
I'm gonna sign off. Till next time, loudfastshitty.com.